Welcome to Atlanta. Christ, this Officer 5000, Jeremiah, the camp leader of Atlanta. Passover 2025, starting April the 9th, we got the lamb slaughter. April the 10th, we got General Muhammad's class. April the 11th, we got the black party that's gonna have the Hebrew graduation. April the 12th, in Atlanta, Georgia, the 56th annual Passover, the only Passover under Commander Junior YAHANNA.
Our great and holy King has honored us for turning our lives from the darkness to the light, man. There's no greater gift you can receive than to wake up to the truth and then commit your life to saving your brothers, man. Looking in their eyes and seeing their faces and seeing what they've suffered and what they've gone through and seeing the end of it, man. It is a guaranteed seat in the kingdom of heaven, man. So in the name of our King Yahushua, we dedicate us another Passover of brothers and sisters' lives being saved.
April the 13th, we got the Feast of Unleavened Bread. Shalom.
Pastor Troy going all the way up with you, man. You already know. Friday, April 11th at the atrium. Yeah, man. Doors open at 8 p.m. You already know. We're going from 8 p.m. to 2 a.m., man. You already know it's going all the way down. Your boy Pastor Troy, DJ Jelly performing live. And then we getting out there, man, Saturday, yeah, April 12th. It's going all the way down for the Passover. Yeah, man, you already know. At the Marriott Marquis downtown. Yeah, man, we're going from 5 p.m. to midnight. You already know. Hosted by Commander General YAHANNA. Your boy Pastor Troy is going to be in the building, man. Y'all boys holler.
Shalom. This year for the 56th annual Passover, Commanding Junior YAHANNA will be offering babysitting services for free for anyone that pays their $200 Passover fee. For paid babysitting and registration for babysitting, please contact Officer Yardan at 773-970-4343. Shalom.
Friday. You already know it's April the 11th in Atlanta, Georgia, at the infamous classic atrium. I.S.U.P.K presents the All-Black Party with live performances by
Never see another
King
nigga
Ty.
like this. Used to have that white bitch popping on the night.
144. Nakawan.
Niggas snitching in the act like bitches. That's why we unaffiliated.
Sean.
If I'm more, right, that's good business.
Natazar.
We in the game, coach. Fuck you talking, hey?
Special guest from China Monet. And Georgia's own Pastor Troy. 8 p.m. to 2 a.m. You already know ISUPK.com. Shalom.
Shalom. The I.S.U.P.K. Washington, D.C. school under Commander Junior YAHANNA now has a call-in hotline for any and every question that you may have about the Bible. Unlike the Christian church, we are here to teach the truth about the Bible. Call in and get your questions answered from the real priests and prophets of the Lord. Call 202-989-1950. That's 202-989-1950. Shalom. Shalom.
Hey, Snow, you style. What's going on, Breeze?
Hey, style, what's going on? I don't want.
Everything toward.
What's wrong?
But that Passover demon is something else, huh?
How you say that?
You'll see. They gonna knock on right there.
Oh, shit.
Hey, Shalom, stop.
Hey,
Shalom,
style. What's going on? I don't want.
Y'all paid y'all Passover fee?
Nah, I pay mine in a couple weeks. Probably about 2-3 weeks.
I paid half for it, man.
Half for it.
Con.
2-3 weeks, huh?
Ouch!
I know you ain't trying to teach class and you ain't pay your Passover fee.
I can't teach class out of one?
That's on you. Lord be with y'all. Lord be with you.
Let's get it.
Ooh-wee.
Lil Joe don't do nothing.
All right. You know what? I'm tired of betting these dollars. Nigga, bet 10.
Nigga back.
Nigga, bet.
Nigga back.
Nigga, bet 20.
Nigga back.
Oh, yeah, watch. It's gonna hit. Oh.
No, y'all niggas ain't in there shooting dice. Y'all ain't pay y'all Passover fee.
Con, sir.
Lord be with y'all.
Con.
That's on you. Lord be with you.
Get your money up. Ooh-wee. I got them new J's for the all-black party. Hey, come check them out. Watch it. Look. Oh, shit.
I know you ain't about to bring new J's and you ain't pay your Passover fee.
Con, sir.
That's on you, Op. Lord be with you.
Con.
Lord be with you.
Damn. Oh, man. Man, this Passover demon been crazy this year, man.
Come, sir.
Bruh, Osanaga been everywhere.
Man, the nigga was in my house.
Wow. Hey, let's just go on and pay this Passover fee right now.
Come.
I'm about to pay mine now.
Yeah, me too.
I know y'all ain't about to pay the Passover fee and y'all ain't pay the Passover fee. What y'all waiting on now?
I'll take care of it right now, sir.
That's on you.
Come.
Lord be with you.
I don't want to come, sir.
Lord be with you.
Hey, I don't give a lovely fuck about what them bitches gotta say. I'm a woman West nigga till they put me in the grave. I don't give a lovely fuck about what them niggas gotta say. I'm a woman West nigga till they put me in the grave. I don't care about what they say. Hey. Fuck with my Akima, fuck with my sister, then I got a problem, I'm never gonna miss you. I got 100 hanging out the AR, I got a 50 hanging out the pistol. He says.
Hey, listen, brothers and sisters, man. If you like what you hear, hit the subscribe button, man. Subscribe to this channel. And also, please, go to ISUPK.com and pay your tithe. Drop me some cash so we can move around this planet like we need to, man, and do the things we need to do.
Everyone west.
Right, sir. We good? Let's clap it up. Yabshin Shabak. Yabshin Basham Yashai. Matt. No sweat.
Yabshin Shabak.
Yabshin Shabak. What's going on out here? You're good? All right. Scripture breakdown in DC. Holding it down, I.S.U.P.K. under command and Journey YAHANNA. We are not affiliated with anybody, anytime, ever in the history of anything. All right. One West I.S.U.P.K. No affiliation. Home of the truth. 1969. Don't get it twisted. Yeah, I mean, we don't beg and we don't peg. Yeah, I mean, we don't beg and we don't peg. You could quote me on that one. All right. So, boom. Somebody line up the CIA story because goddamn, y'all ain't heard about that shit. God, you ain't know somebody done barricade themselves in CIA headquarters this morning.
Oh, really?
Oh, brother, they got all the intelligence out. Yeah, I mean, the central intelligence. I get that was decentralized intelligence. I don't know. They had whole SWAT teams and all kind of shit out there since about 5 this morning or 6 this morning. Somebody pull it, have it ready on deck. All right. What's up? Bukwash looking at me with the third eye. Come on, you done breaking into the chakras on them one. What's going on?
Just knowing the things that I know.
I mean, I'm with you. I'm with you. I'm absolutely with you. But I'm just saying, planes stop falling out the sky. All of a sudden, we about what 3 weeks now, and ain't a plane, crash. Yeah, I mean, astronauts landing now. Planes ain't crashing. Astronauts just, they're finding their way back to Earth somehow on a Tesla, in a Tesla, right? A spaceship Tesla. And the CIA, you all found it? Well, give me a little bit of the CIA story. All right. Also, any questions you all have, line them up. You all know what we are. We are about 3 weeks away from Passover. Just about? Just about 3 weeks. All right. You all get your things together. Transport, hotels, call your camp leader if you need some help. You know what I mean? Reach out, say something. Because this year, brother, you definitely don't want to miss it. You don't want to be lacking. You don't want to miss it. Want for nothing because of the sake of this brotherhood. This brotherhood is going to, get you through it all. You ain't going to be, without or lacking, as they say, or anything like that. All you got to do is open your mouth and speak. All right? The sooner you open your mouth, the faster problems get solved. And problems you'd realize are just, tests and trials. Usually some demon trying to get you off your game. And that's what we definitely going to go into tonight if we don't have any more questions. You have any? No, I mean the CIA story. Let's go.
Suspect surrenders in CIA headquarters barricade incident. Fairfax County, Virginia. The suspect is now in custody following a barricade incident at CIA headquarters in McLean, Virginia, according to Fairfax County Police. The barricade incident lasted for over 5 hours and ended with the suspect surrendering to Fairfax police negotiators. The backstory: around 11 a.m., a large police presence was spotted at the CIA headquarters in response to a barricade incident. During the time of incident, there appeared to be a SWAT team. Arlington County and Fairfax County officials on the scene gearing up, along with other officials gearing down. A bomb squad also appeared to be on the scene as well.
Right, and that bomb squad, they had the whole robot out there. You know the robot that they send in to defuse? They had the robot in the street. I mean, it was a full show up. It was like, I'm like, boy, I can't wait to get in power. I can't wait to Christ return and give me some little office somewhere, brother. It's going to be so much, Yeah, I mean, pomp and circumstance. That's all I'm saying, because that's all they're doing out there. You seeing them loading up all kind of SUVs I've never seen in my life. They got custom Suburbans, brother. Swinging doors. Little piece on the top of the back door for you to point that rifle through, brother. You can't get that nowhere. You can't go and get that over there by Coons. You ain't getting that by CarMax. Them car sales place if you don't know. Right? You ought to get that from special order. Go ahead.
Unless you go like John Malvo and them, just cut it out the back of the computer.
No, we ain't going that way. They ain't got power. That's why he had to do that. This one here is ruling in power with national security. I mean, Esau is really in full power in this earth. In full power. And whenever he gets the opportunity to showcase that power, he's not, he ain't holding back. He letting you know what he really have. You know what I mean? That Jimmy Carter funeral showed that shit. That funeral procession alone, brother. Imagine how much millions of dollars they spend on this on a dead body. His own plane, his own car, security escort shut down the whole highway. Like, he dead. What's the threat? You know what I mean? Like, are they gonna kill him twice?
Right.
But this is a show of power. You get the point, because of who he is and the government. Go ahead.
It's like two things. If I may, I got caught in the traffic jam messing with the funeral, that Carter funeral, and they held us there for a minute. But if I may, they pulled up, them just showing power how they pulled up the destroyer. You know, saying about for Latinos trying to come across the border, they pulled up a whole destroyer that could destroy cities.
The that's the warship.
Warship, sir, just to show the power.
Everybody flexing right now. Now is the time of it's the time of war. This is where we in right now, and this is where we heading, regardless of ceasefires, regardless of peace treaties. You see, they had the ceasefire with Israel and Gaza. Jewish man, the small hat say what? he said somebody said something about a ceasefire. He said, I thought a nigga said something about a ceasefire. And he went and leveled the strip for the new mall. You get the point, for the new Starbucks. Like, it's going to be, this is the season for all of that to be happening, brother. Look for more mess to be going down. You get the point? More mess to be going on. So we're going to get some more on that CIA story. Has it done? If I don't know if they put the whole thing out just yet. Did they say why this person barricaded themselves, like what it was, or not just yet? Right? Because I damn near could tell you what it is already.
It says the nature of the barricade incident is yet to be explained.
I'm gonna keep my mouth shut then. More than likely, this got to do with that whole Trump thing. More than likely. Do they have a picture of who it is?
Nah, sir, I didn't see it. And it's fast.
It's definitely a devil. I saw when they put the handcuffs on the fool. Some long-haired, long stringy haired, almost red, blonde hair devil, right? Not an immigrant. Give the Lord a hand for that. Give the Lord a hand for that one. That's not an immigrant. You know what I mean? Because all for the last 2 weeks, all I'm seeing is they're parading the black faces on the TV a little bit more than usual. A little bit more than usual. I want to find out, even from the brothers in the other states, in your home states, whether you're in, Nevada or, Minneapolis, wherever you are, is your local news showing stories of the police and the FBI cracking 40 and 50-year-old cold cases, and the suspect is black? I just need to know if that's happening all over, all right? Because it's definitely happening in the D.C., Maryland, Virginia area. This brother, 82 years old. 82 years old. They kicked in his door yesterday for a 40-something or 50-something-year-old rape and murder case. I don't know if he did it or not, but they say, new DNA evidence and this and that and blah, 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 blah. And they kick in his door and they, pull him out. And they had a whole parade press conference about it, and they had his face up and they say, yeah, this is to let you all know that we will never stop and we will not rest and blah, 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 and this and that. And they just have his face up. This brother, 82 years old. You get the point? 82 years old. And that's fine if you want your justice. But when it's time for Christ to get his, don't have no problem. When it's time for that, do not have an issue at all. All right?
Okay.
Are they saying anything about the CIA thing? Or not yet? Anything on the CIA?
Wait, father. Picture or something?
No, in terms of the reason. What are they saying? All right, no sweat. We're gonna leave it at that then. So, all right, go ahead.
It's like, if I could, just knowing how a lot of these organizations operate, there is no way in hell he could have just walked in off the street and gotten.
Oh no, it's not somebody off the street.
Concert, yeah.
It's not somebody off the street.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
You thought it was somebody off the street?
No, I know it wasn't someone off the street, because even the delivery guys have to have a background check.
Oh, listen, they say that street there in McLean, just off of not McLean. Is it McLean? Is it McLean area?
Yeah, kind of.
What's it? Dolly? I forget the street, the cross street. Dolly something or some funny name. They say if you make, because that particular turn is a cross street, a crossroad, the two highways and the crossroad. Let's say you by accident make that turn and go in there. Before you come out, they have to search you. So it's not like you had to make it past the gate. Oh, wrong turn. So stop. You got to get searched before you leave. That's how serious the security is. Damn near it's like when you're coming on 295, that NASA exit. I don't think people get it confused no more, but there was a time people used to take that exit until them guns come out of the damn bush. Yeah, I mean, I don't think nobody go up that NASA exit no more. Go ahead.
It's similar to like how the way they have the prisons.
Mhm.
They'll have a certain distance from the main gate, but they'll say, you know, like once they'll put a big sign up saying you can be searched, but from where you can see you can be searched,
right,
it's like way back.
So you
it's like
got to
a half
come
a
up to
mile.
speed.
Yeah, it's like a half mile back, and then once you able to see the sign, you're already past the point of no return, so they can search you. That's not the way this place is.
That's power. I ain't mad with them. I ain't mad. But in the kingdom of heaven, if you're not from the 12 tribes and you somehow stumble in front of the gates, oh my gosh, brother. I'm telling the security to go in your mouth. Say, go down in the back there. Pull your molar. Pull the molar out. He got something in the molar, in the back molar. Yeah, I mean, that's this power. That's absolute power they got. And it's absolutely ridiculous. But people is losing their minds and now fully falling into, you know, the demons that going on in this earth. I said it before. The general's been saying it all the way through. This thing here with how Trump is in power, he's no different than any oppressor. But of course, he's flying that white supremacy flag so high. And the traumatic loss that most Christians experience with the 2024 election, with not getting Kamala in there, not getting any Democratic wins, that's who their God really is. Their God is that political power to make money. Their God is, you know, ruling in America, or what they think is ruling in America. And now that they don't have it, their faith is being tried, something ridiculous. And you are going to see, I mean, amazing shit because of fear, because of anxiety, because of stress, because they don't trust in the Lord and they trust in, you know, the white man. They trust in his system, in his government, in his money. They trust in everything. They say now federal workers have to get special hiring privileges now because they were federal workers. Nigga, go get a LinkedIn like everybody else. Why you ought to get special treatment? What, because you're a nigga now? So you're gonna see, you know, you're gonna be able to identify what's going on with your people and with the oppressors and with the heathens in America for over the next 4 years, if Christ ain't back yet, because of how Trump is moving, because they're tightening the reins on how this place usually would function. And it's not going down well with a lot of people. So you're gonna see certain things happening. And when you see these things happening, just know this is the Lord moving things into place. All right. Good to go. Any questions at all that came up?
I have a question.
Come on.
If I could. So, okay, so with all the stuff, you know, is going on with the fake Israelite groups and whatnot, I hear people who was close to the situation, or close to the group at least, say, well, I already spoke on this issue, I'm not going to speak on it anymore, right? Is there a time where, I mean, because that seems like it's a sissy way of you know, basically not speaking out against certain things, right?
Mm-hmm.
Is there a time where if we're bringing something out that's you know, against the Most High, and it's, you know, like this instance, is there a time where we just say, all right, that's enough, this dude had enough, we ain't gonna talk about him?
Oh,
or
yeah,
this person is, you know, whatever, brother. Or we just keep on going.
You could have called me yesterday. I'll do a whole class on that, should I? Yeah, of course, that happens, Zach. That definitely happens. Okay, this is what you got to remember. At the end of the day, we definitely have a job to do, right? And like the general said, you don't have to like us. I'm talking about taking his statement and putting it for the whole school. But he said you don't have to like him, but just don't get in his way. It's the same principle. It's the same thing. And in times past, Commander General YAHANNA has given a stay order about attacking these groups. He has given that stay order before, like, all right, they had enough. Leave them alone. Don't sweat it no more. But this time, he said he don't give a rat's ass. He said, fuck it. Y'all do what the hell y'all want to do. Just show up for camp. So my advice to you are, Just get it in now. Just get it in, whatever you want. Get your 2 licks in, whatever it is. Get busy because it might come again. It might be the stay might come down again. Just get it in, and just remember, if the shoe was on the other foot, brother, they would not stop. They would not stop. Go ahead. And Salaki, one more thing. Also, too, the purpose of that is to discourage future action like that. You get the point? It's to discourage it. It's to let you know I told you so. It's to, again, vindication for all the evil they say about us. All the evil they say we are, or we too harsh, or we too this, or we too that. And that I listen to them because they so and so. And I hear y'all, but I like how their spirit is. But like that peg in your ass too. Like that shit all the way. Like that peg in your ass. Like you as a man, your breath smell like Durex. That's oh boy. Don't come in front of DC camping. Don't come in front of the DC camp with that condom breath. I'm gonna let you have it because you're effing up the work. You get the point? They're effing up the work, meaning every brother and sister. I remember before. Not to get too far off topic, just coming in the truth. YouTube probably was, wasn't that big platform. It wasn't as big as it was now. There was none of these groups. There's none. I witnessed these groups birth, and there was for me. I didn't know anything about nothing else. So John 3:16 breakdown blew my mind. You get the point? Gentiles was like, damn, how you all know this? Because of these groups, a brother or sister coming in here thinking they understand the truth already. And it's worse than deprogramming a Christian. Because Christians don't know nothing. But they think they know something and think they have a breakdown. And you coming in class and precept. Who you learn that from? You get the point? And then you had to hear, no, that's not what that means. But I know you have a whole cognitive dissonance going on upstairs because you thought he was in the truth. That's because of that foolish pagan bastard. You get the point? Or the other purple bastard or the red and white bastard. You know what I mean? They was around before. Before, I think they broke off before. I think them and GMS was probably it. And that House of David. That was it. And that's direct break-offs from the I.S.U.P.K. Get the point? Really, House of David is. From House of David is GMS, the red and white cats, and everybody else. IUIC comes from GMS. That Nate was with Tahar first. He was with Tahar first, and two of them had a beef. And Tahar used to curse him out all the time. Nathaniel 7, God gonna kill you. God gonna kill you all the time. That was it. I was like, who the hell is Nathaniel 7? I didn't know who the hell that was until the general showed me him. It was one cat and about two other niggas. And there was nowhere in that purple. There was nowhere in purple. It was just on the street and trenched in them woolen coats, the woolen, snow in the winter, not the trench coat, the pea coats. It was on the street and that, like looking like Jehovah's Witnesses. Overnight, purple and gold and all this type of shit. You understand? None of them was they're not in the truth. They don't know the truth. But because of them, the work gets you more difficult because you have to clean up something that was deliberately messy. You understand what I'm saying? It's like you see an abandoned house, you had to cut the grass down. But imagine when you go in the house, it's piss and shit everywhere. You know what I mean? That's like, it's on purpose mess. That's what they have done. You get the point? Okay. So I would say just get in as much as you could now. Use it as an example. Use it as your teaching. Use it to fish. Use it to tell, to put it out there so other people in the world will know who the home of the truth is. And over time, brother, you're going to be the last one standing as usual. All right? Okay. Give me definition of a demon, all right? Just give me that. Give me a demon, Esau's definition dictionary or Google. Let's start with that.
Okay. Demon, an evil spirit or devil, especially one thought to possess a person or act as a tormentor in hell.
In hell, right? That's what they say, right? The demon is an evil spirit, right? Or Satan. No, what is it? Evil spirit and what?
or devil.
Or devil. Go ahead.
Especially one thought to possess a person or act as a tormentor in hell.
One to possess a person or act as a tormentor in hell. All right. So now the Christians will take this and believe there's some evil spirit or something under the ground. Slack, the brother passing something under the ground, tormenting you as it's in a place of full fire, when that shit don't exist, right? That shit does not exist. There's no place under the earth that's full of fire, that something with a pitchfork and a tail is going to harm you and torment you, right? Now, where you read that from, Shapad? Webster's or something?
That's right.
Just Google. Bukawash, what you got? Go ahead.
Got an evil spirit, a source or
is
agent.
This Google or this is Webster's?
This is Merriam-Webster's dictionary.
Webster's, I'll take that. Go ahead.
Khan is an evil spirit,
Mm-hmm.
then a source or agent of evil, harm, distress, or ruin. And then
source or agent of evil, harm, distress, or ruin. Go ahead.
And then it has one a supernatural being whose nature is intermediate between that of God and that of a human being.
Oh boy, I find them definitions change. Like, I think they listen to the UPK. That's all kind of accurate right there. He said there's an intermediate. The demon is an intermediate between God and humans.
Between that of a God and that
of a God and a human. That sounds kind of like what we teach her. I need to see one of these old dictionaries and see what the hell they say. I think we have one in the camp. Right? So a demon is not what you see on the television, where is something with a pitchfork and a tail or some ghoul. That's not a demon. A demon is a servant that works for the Lord through Satan, because Satan works for the Lord, and the demon's whole objective is to fail you in your test. He's looking for everything that you can do wrong and trying to make you do it wrong. You get the point?
Okay.
Now, in failing you, he is trying to get you to do two things. What are those two things? All right. Still hold the definition. We're going back to them, all right?
Okay.
What are the two things? Go ahead.
Make you break the commandments.
Okay, I'll take that. There's another way, another answer I want to make it more succinct. Go ahead, the sister, grab it. Get your.
Is it leave the truth?
Leave the truth. I'll take that too. But what if you're not in the truth? Like that person in the CIA this morning. They ain't in the truth. Well, you sure as hell they got a demon on them, man. They got a demon on them. What about the ones that y'all heard DC now pass a law where they could go after you if you have out-of-state tags and you get tickets in DC. Before people, Buklash look up like, what? Since yesterday. Now, about 2 or 3 weeks ago, DC now is suing you if you have unpaid tickets and you have out-of-state tags. Because of how DC is, it's not really a state, it's very small. It's transient. People come through here from all the time, and shit, I ain't going back there, so I'm paying that ticket. DC now they pass a law in DC that the DC government is going to sue you in court. You have to come to court and they're suing you financially. So the first 3 cases is Maryland drivers, 3 Maryland tags, and I think it come up to $90,000 combined. The lawsuit, right? Combined, not saying 30 each. It might be 50, 20, something like that. They say one of the people they're going after is a notorious speeder in DC and hit this 12-year-old girl, broke her leg, and kept driving. So, of course, they're using that as the pretense to say it's about safety, but this is about money. This is not about anything else. And fine, go after whatever. So they're saying now that they are going to sue everybody. So now that referencing that person who hit the 12-year-old girl, they were speeding, right? You ever heard the term speed demon? That's where it comes from. There's some people could drive, they drive fast. And this, I'm slowing down. I'm going to indicate to switch the lane. Then there's some people that get behind there and they get a rush from the engine, from the blur on the sides, from the weaving. They get a rush from it. That's a demon, because now you are going to drive faster and faster and more reckless until
kill yourself.
Or
it's taken.
Kill somebody else.
That's what a demon's job is. To get you to harm yourself. And if it can't get you to harm yourself, it gets you to harm somebody else. Get the point?
Okay.
And that's how it multiplies. That's how it multiplies, because now you harm yourself, people get hurt. You harm somebody else, now you transfer the hurt you had to somebody else. And now they vexed, they angry. You get the point? Yeah. The brothers in UK tell me they call them Pakis, of course, but the Pakistanis, the Palestinians, the East Indians, the Arab community, they are notorious for killing people on the road with high-speed cars. And they always soup the cars up and drive, ridiculous. They kill each other and kill other people down there every month. And then if they survive, they just run back to Pakistan or Palestine or wherever and come back 12 months later when the case done gone. So much so that in Birmingham, where the school is in the UK, if you go in to insure a car in that area, it's 3 times higher than the next county over because of them Pakis. Not because of us, because of them. You understand? They got a demon on them. Remember, the scriptures say what? Ishmael will be a wild man. Wild means criminal. That's what it really means. Like a criminal, he don't care about laws or rules. And you see them in the desert drifting with them cars, running over, crashing into camels, all kind of shit. Just wild. That's a demon. That's a demon that doesn't care nothing about nobody and anything else. You get the point? Okay. So now just give me the definition again. Anyone you have?
Okay.
Go ahead.
Evil spirit, source or agent of evil, harm.
Right, an evil spirit. So a spirit is what? A spirit it could be described as a general vibe, or there's a certain way or culture, or yeah, that's the best way, or a certain way or culture, or a way of doing things. That's what would be a spirit, like the Christmas spirit. There's certain things you just do around Christmas time, man. It's Christmas. Nobody get angry. All the family you hate every year. Hey, listen, man, Merry Christmas, man. Yeah. Y'all have a blood feud going on 11 months out of the year, but just this weekend, y'all could get together for some pork. Get the point? There's a whole spirit behind that. There's a spirit for homecoming called the what? School spirit, right? So it's a way of doing things. It's a whole vibe. It's just in the air. Go ahead.
Washington Command the spirit. Forget about it.
It's still out. I almost said, let's go Spins. You get the point? There's a whole spirit around the sports and the football and the tailgating spirit. There's just things this is how you do it, right? That's a spirit. So now there's an evil spirit. There's something that's, just going around that's not of the Lord. This thing is not of the Lord. And that's one of the first things in identifying if this is a demon or not. Because this thing here is definitely, this is not what the Lord wants. You get the point? This is not of the Lord. This is not, this is not what he said. This is not what he taught. You get the point? That's how you identify it. And that's how you begin to fight it, because we know what the Lord's spirit is. And the Lord's spirit is opposite of that, which is why we say we're not affiliated with them fake Israelite groups, because they house demons. They give demons a home to live in. They give demons a home to live and multiply and thrive and grow. That's what they're there to do. And we have to be totally separate from them, just like the Christian church, just like the Muslim mosque. We got to be totally separate from them because the spirit in there is not of the Lord. So what happens in there is a demon's playground. You get the point? Okay. And that spills out into life, into the street, into the public. You could see it down there. You in the truth long enough, you'd start seeing it on your roadways. As you driving and moving, you could just tell that this guy have a demon. Because you're seeing him in your side, you dipping and zigging and zagging, and he, blow past you, nearly touch your fender, and now two of you all at the red light. You can't even sit back. And in the car, you have a demon, a speed demon, or whatever other demon they got. But that thing is going to now make whatever action you're taking seem right. And you are going to be totally sold into your action, but it's not right. You understand? Okay. That's what the demon does. That's what it's doing. That's what its job is. So let's get some examples up. There was more?
There was another one that was of particular interest.
Mm-hmm.
It says one that has exceptional enthusiasm, drive, or effectiveness.
Say that one more time.
One that has exceptional enthusiasm, drive, or effectiveness.
Okay, that wouldn't be the context here. That probably be the context of how you say he's a beast. Get the point? Or he's like a demon on the field. Okay. Enthusiasm, drive, and effectiveness. They'll probably say we full of demons. They see us on the street, which they do say, right? Go ahead.
You got the same thing on this one.
Come on.
Where it says a forceful force or skillful performer of a specified activity.
So that's demon in terms of context of saying he's a beast.
Right.
You know what I mean? Or he out there like a demon. That's a different context. This one here is the thing that destroys you and destroys other people and what we fight against. You get the point? That's what we fight against. That's what we defend each other from. You get the point? That's what we absolutely defend each other from. And it's so heavy that you asked that question in the beginning about these groups, because mocking them into shame, mocking them into the earth, talking about them, chastising them publicly in the most raw way is defending each other from that demon. You get the point? Because as a people, we tend to have affinity with anything, with a tree, with a rock. We tend to, want to, build a bridge or a relationship or have something in common. And you have to have either that thing in you to stop you that's going to protect you from that, or have somebody who is going to shield you from that thing. You get the point? And that's the spirit that's in here. We don't affiliate with nobody. Well, why you all don't just come together? So we could be sitting down in the council and smelling, feces. Somebody fought? What's going on? Because some nigga leaking from all the pegging he doing in the chair? That's what you want? That's what you want from us? Oh, I get too raw, because you're looking at me like, Cap, what the hell you talking about? I'm telling you why we not affiliated, nigga. Imagine he go up on the podium, you following him. Sister say, Sister say, Yes, correct is right. That's why we can't be affiliated. We can't have no brotherhood and friendship with you and none of that shit. You get the point? Ain't nobody harming you. We not the same. We not the same. You are filled with demons. You're full of it. And you don't want to get rid of it. So in here, we form that hedge, that protection. The Lord's Spirit is what we adhere to and hold on to. All right? Come on.
Like Officer Warren said, that chair is unclean.
Shit, that chair had a burn on it. That chair had a burn. That chair, he sat in and cried and said, you got it out. You got to burn that chair, and you're going to hear things howling out of that flame. Out of the flame, you're going to hear all kind of things howling. Peg, peg, peg. Peggy, peggy, peggy. Out of the flame, out of the fire. All right? Let's get some of these examples, all right? Give me Give me Luke. Hold on. No, not Luke. Let's start with Acts 19. And we starting at let's start at 11. All right. Let's start at 11. Then we're going to get Matthew 8. I think that's what I want. Hold on. Yeah. Let's get Acts 19 and start at 11. Go all the way down to 16. All right. Shepard, I could you could cut this back here one. I think it's just one you need, all right? If you don't mind. Because you want to go ahead and start it until he
Acts 19 and 11?
Yeah, let's start at 11.
This is Acts chapter 19 and verse 11. Mm-hmm. And God wrought special miracles by the hands of Paul, so that from his body were brought unto the sick handkerchiefs or aprons, and the diseases departed from them, and the evil spirits went out of them.
Right. So now this is as Paul is going out and teaching the Israelites, who they would call Gentiles, scattered in Asia Minor. He's doing miracles as Christ said would happen. Christ said, you, all these miracles, you're going to do greater than. That's what he told the disciples. You're all familiar with that part, right? So now, even just like with, you're familiar with when the sister touched Christ's garment, right? When she had the issue of the blood, just like that, they bring in parts of the garment that Paul had, and people is touching them and getting healed, and the demons is leaving them, the evil spirits. That's what it's saying, right? Read it one more time.
Verse 12. So that from his body were brought unto the sick handkerchiefs or aprons, and the diseases departed from them, and the evil spirits went out of them.
And the evil spirits went out of them. Even the plagues, the ailments, they are also demons. Right? Jeremiah Hyman taught us this long ago. I think this was Capitol Heights days, where if you could see in the fourth dimension, when somebody is blind, you would see like a demon on them doing this. Somebody who is mute, who they would say ignorant, they would say they're dumb, they can't speak. That's an old school way of saying it. But they're mute. You would see a demon covering their mouth. Somebody who is wheelchair bound, you would see a demon on them, keeping them down, like they're trying to get up and they can't. Right? Of course, in the physical realm, you're going to see what? The muscle atrophy. The optometrist going to tell you something about their retina or whatever else. But there's a demon that done took a sword in the spirit and done put their eyes out, so they can't see. You get the point? Remember, Christ said, what is loosed on earth is loosed in heaven. What's bound on earth is also bound in heaven. So now, if it is that you are, again, you have those afflictions, there's a demon giving you that ailment. You understand? So now for you to get healed, you have to, it's going to be loosed on earth for you. And that demon is going to be cast somewhere else or bound somewhere else. You understand? I'm trying to confuse nobody. There's no such thing as, the boogeyman, Candyman, whatever you think. You get the point? That's not what this is. This is something totally different. A totally different thing. So now this is Paul going through, and people are getting healed and running through, and brothers is doing miracles. All through the Bible, you have brothers doing different miracles that happen. I believe even Moses, when Moses split the Red Sea, you had, I think Joshua came behind and split another river. It was Jordan or something. Moses wasn't the only one to split the sea. That's the most famous one. But it happened again another time. So you'll see in the Bible where brothers have spiritual power, which is why we pray for spiritual power. You get the point? And even as far as this world goes today, the Israelite school of UPK, hands down, without a doubt, produces and raises priests and prophets that do have spiritual power. Because when we go on that street and paint that picture and teach, the demons get up off of people. You see it in a battle. You see it right at the beginning, and by the time the end, somebody either humble down or agree, or some sister done broke down and cried who was saying and kicking over stuff before. You see it all the damn time. Come on.
Sorry, if I could, I was just talking to the Hebrew Academy class about one of the incidents when Commander General YAHANNA came down to DC, and there was a brother, Jake, that was walking by. I saw, you know what I'm saying, the demon talking to him.
Well, he talking.
Well, no, he was walking by. He was talking crap. He was walking by.
Right, but he's talking to himself, but he's talking to the demon.
Kind.
Exactly.
And then I see his body change. He kind of like looked back, and then he looked at me. I'm looking at him, or he's looking at the camp, but I'm looking at him, and I see him agreeing with the demon, and then going and doing what he told
proceeding
him
to do exactly whatever the demon. And by the end of it, the general done cut it. Cut all the wins, and I done been in council command and I done did it. That one, brother, that camp changed me. That camp with them Muslims where they was throwing shit. You all didn't see that footage. They was throwing batteries, cans, bottles. If you watch the video, all of us have our war belts off. Them days everybody is in the long garment. Brothers took their war belts off because it's like we going to put these fools into the ground. Brother, and the general said, I ain't letting nobody sell you no drugs because you a black man like me and it's worth something. Of course, he yelling on the corner. Brother, the corner got quiet. If you watch the tape, just for like about 3 or 5 seconds, the whole corner got quiet. And then you hear this older sister who was on the corner start clapping. She's the first one start clapping. Brother, I decide, I just look up like, what he just do? Hey, brother, he done exercise the whole corner. They was out there talking about they're going to draw their guns, they're going to call whoever, and the general going back and forth with them. And then he said that and cut the whole spirit on the corner. So as far as this world goes today, there is full-out spiritual power in the UPK already. But there's a more magnificent one that's getting ready to come. It's getting ready to get delivered and dropped fully, if it ain't already here yet. You get the point? If it ain't already here yet, because Christ said it, the Lord promised it. You get the point? So now Paul is on that mission doing whatever he's doing, and they carrying just the garments and moving. And then again, the other side of it is the belief. The people who come in to get healed, they actually believe in the Lord. So now, whatever it is, that's going to give the desired effect. You get the point? Whatever the Lord tell them to do, that's how it's going to be. So if Paul say who's speaking on behalf of the Lord, yeah, touch this, that's fine. You touch it, you get healed. Then he and them take that same shit and go on the road with it. They touch the jacket and they wave the whole, them Hamites wave the whole jacket and everybody that's bullshit. Them niggas ain't got no power. You get the point? No power. So let's keep going.
Verse 13. Then certain of the vagabond Jews, exorcists, took upon them to call over them that which had evil spirits the name of the Lord Jesus, saying, we adjure you by Jesus whom Paul preacheth.
Right. So now it says, then certain of the vagabond Jews, the exorcists. What does that mean? Why I say vagabond Jews?
Talking about Sakaris and the candy canes and the...
This will be your fake Israelites and your preachers, the Christian preachers who done lost power. Remember, this is after Christ. This is in full occupation. After Christ, the Sadducees and Pharisees started losing power. So this is them watching what's going on in the street with the fake Israelites. And you're seeing it now. These churches are starting to talk this Israelite talk. They're bringing it in, they're filtering it in, but they're losing power. People are asking them questions and leaving the church. They're talking about it. All those are the vagabond Jews, right? And they call themselves trying to exorcise demons like what the men of the Lord is doing. It's watching what's being done and thinking they could do it. And that's a lesson you should learn early in the game. The Israelite school is trained professionals. Do not try these things at home. You know what's one of the hallmarks of being a professional? Who knows? What's one of the hallmarks of being a true professional? Of course, in this context. Anybody knows? Give it to you for time's sake.
Clark, sir, if I may.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yahweh Hashem Yahushua Barakatham.
Yeah, up there.
I was gonna say, being able to take orders.
That's true, but in this context, it's something else. Go ahead.
Doctor, being experiencing what to do, not to do.
You answered. One of the hallmarks is making something that's ridiculously hard look so easy. That's how you know it's a professional. That's how you know. Tiger Woods is a professional golfer. Go try swing that golf club and see how much chunks of the damn grass or the turf you don't kick up. Because it looks so easy, right? It look, you can just go take up that shit. Look, 4, and you just swing. You might have to go see a chiropractor. You might just have to. You get the point? It makes it a professional makes something look so easy. It makes a fool think he could do it, and then the fool goes tries it, and he gets angry because how can't I do that? Because you're not a trained professional. You're not trained. You're not trained. That person was trained by other professionals for years, submitted every member of the body to whatever that profession is. You're not the same. You can't do it. But of course, these vagabond Jews, these fake Israelites, they now seeing what the men of the Lord is doing, and they want to go do it. Go ahead. Read it again.
Verse 13.
Please.
Then certain of the vagabond Jews, exorcists, took upon them to call over them which had evil spirits the name of the Lord Jesus, saying, we adjure you by Jesus whom Paul preacheth. Verse 14. And there were 7 sons of one Sceva, a Jew, and chief of the priests, which did so.
You see why I say this is also your Christian preachers? Because this was a chief priest. You understand? This was like, your Creflo and all of them, but they done fell from grace. They're not as esteemed as they was before, like in the time of Christ. Afterwards, they done fell so much from grace because of the work the men was doing, just like today. Creflo before, Eddie Long, what's the other one, the big face one? Swallowed nigga, TD Jakes. TD Jakes was, shit, I remember him on Oprah with the books, brother. That nigga was like the Pope, he was like the nigga Pope. Now, shit. Them niggas done fell from grace. They done fell from grace. They done fall. They're down on the gutter now, and they're not so highly esteemed. They're not so highly esteemed. Al Sharpton at one time would walk on air. A few years ago, when they had the Freddie Gray incident in Baltimore, he went down there, brother, and they ran him out. They cursed him all the way to that SUV and told him leave and don't come back. Don't come back. Because why? They're the vagabond Jews now. Get the point? They're not in that seat no more. They don't have it no more. They don't have the people no more, the air of the people, but they want to do something to try to get it back. They want to do something to try to get it back. And you'll see, what happens when that happens. Go ahead.
Verse 15. And the evil spirit answered and said, Jesus I know, and Paul I know, but who are you? Who are ye?
And who are ye? But that evil spirit, they saw what Paul and the men was doing. They see what the disciples of Christ, Peter and all of them doing. Of course, Peter them not here, but they're doing the same thing. And they now want to do what they do. Just like them, that Sakari fool. Get it? I told you I have a whole hard drive. They ain't new to me. Listen, I knew about that group since they used to go to camp in shorts, in short pants, and you see like the curtain on there, just cut a hole in it and throw it over there. All that t-shirt and shit, that shit is modern. When they just started, I remember they had what they called a camp somewhere in California. Gadalha is teaching in a library around the corner. Right? This is before California all the way up. it's just Gadalha and maybe one or two troopers. And the brother leave Gadalha. I mean, not leave him, but the class is over. So he leaves the library and he going around to catch the bus and he sees them. So of course, they just like corner prostitutes call out to him. And the brother stands there and, you know, he's in all black. So they're asking him questions and the brother tell them, listen, well, I can't really teach because, you know, I ain't authorized to teach. And they're like, yeah, that's UPK, man. If it's one thing, they UPK, they discipline. Yeah, man, they be there with them boots and shit. They look raw. They on tape like that. And then to admire the UPK so much and never come in, I don't have no mercy. And then you're admiring by a trooper, the integrity of a trooper. And then, listen, this is not slighting a trooper, but you got to understand that you have that type of power because you stand with the Lord. Get the point? You know, they marveling at your discipline and how you look on the boots. So that shit you see now is them trying to be like us. That whole thing you see with the long pants and the militant, that's them trying to be like us. They would be in camp in shorts, in basketball vests, wife beaters. All you with that Sakari t-shirt and the fringes on it and the purple shirt. Bullshit. You get the point? They just vagabond Jews trying to do what the men of the Lord do. Trying to do it. And the demon pegged them. That's, you know, the demons say, so-and-so I know. But you assume the position. Go ahead.
Lucky by me, I noticed so much the other camps out there, the fake Israelite camps, they always going off of something that the white man does, a Jewish man, like that Sakai crew or whatever. They wear the fringes on the four corners of their pants. Like
if they call that fringes, that ain't fringes. You know what I mean? Okay, not so much that they follow the Jewish man. What you want to focus on is they're not following Command and Joanna. That's it. Like anything else it's accurate, it's true, but it's not zeroing in on the root of the problem. The root of the problem is they are not following 1 West I.S.U.P.K. 125th Street, Harlem, New York since 1969 under Command and Joanna. They're not following that. They rejected that. And now the demon is having his way with it, with them, with everybody else. You get the point? Especially in a time like now where the demons in the earth is rampant up. There's so much going on. There's absolutely so much going on. Y'all heard about that East Indian girl who done gone to DR with some white boy. The white boy I think he done killed her. I don't care what nobody say. I think the father told her not to go with that white boy. And she disobeyed him because, Daddy, we have 3. We in America. You can operate the Dunkin' Donuts by yourself, Daddy. And went to DR with the white boy. And that's why the father said, listen, man, hurry up and declare her dead so I could collect this insurance money. You get the point? Like, they saying, call off the search. We ain't trying to, she drowned. The bitch drowned. Just give me the insurance money. The demons is in the earth. It's rampant. It's going all the way through the earth. So now if it is that you can focus in on the spirit of the Lord and the house of the Lord, brother, you're going to be a part of a circus. You're going to be a part of it. You're going to play a role in folly. And you're going to play a role that you would have never, ever imagined that you would play a role in. You would never have imagined that you would be in this thing that everybody is going to see. But you're going to star in it. You're going to be a huge star. Big star. And you gorilla, big old gorilla. And that broad dropping plastic in your regions. It's a lot. Trying to hold it together. Broad dropping piles in you. Salaki. Come on, Baquaz, let's go.
Verse 16.
Mm-hmm.
And the man in whom...
Now, let me ask you this question. As the demon talked to them and say, Christ I know, Paul I know, but who are you? What's happening? What do you see?
I see Trey Rags in the red shirt.
Who's Trey Rags? Who's Trey Rags?
The dude with the red shirt with the glasses. It's like, what you trying to get into? And he's raising his fist.
I feel it. Listen, you would see the same person who they call over just talking to them. If you were looking, if you was an onlooker, you would see the Christian try to talk to the person on the street. And they say, I know them Israelites. I know Commander YAHANNA. Who are you? That's what you would see. You're not going to see, the exorcist with the bitch head backwards and she throwing up. You're not going to see that. All that is Hollywood theatrics. You get the point?
Okay.
What you would see is, they thought they'd make that movie Exorcist and convinced everybody that's what a demon looks like. You see demons all the time on Love and Hip Hop. Basketball wives, housewives, they're fighting until the whole screen got to get blurry because they're naked on their legs akimbo, fighting and punching each other. And then they cut away till they sit down there looking nice and prim in their dresses, full of demons just filled with it. You get the point?
Okay.
You would see a normal person talking. But this thing that's talking is not the person. It's not the person speaking. It happens a whole lot with brothers and with sisters and with a brother and a sister who married. Sometimes the argument, you're not talking to your spouse. You're not. You think you are. You think you're angry with that person. Brother, that demon is who you're talking to. And at first, you wouldn't even know it. You wouldn't even know you're speaking to a demon. You think you're talking to your husband or your wife. And after, you don't get a little time, you get counsel, you start realizing, okay, this is how I had to deal with this person. This is how I have to do this because I can't argue here because this is a demon I'm speaking with. Now I have to task this demon with certain things or do this or counsel, whatever it is. But sometimes that happens. It happens with your kids. It happens with your kids. You're talking to the kid and where you get that from? Say that again. And you have to run them through an exercise to get the demon out. And sometimes you say, so why you do this? Well, you could have did this. Why you did that? And run it back to them until they see their ways and now they're fine again. It's like the demon done left. You're laughing because you're seeing it now, right? That it happens. It happens regularly and normal. It happens regularly and normal. Normal as could be. One brother giving me a story. He work in transportation, and he moving this vehicle and or train or something, whatever it is he driving, and brother come on the damn vehicle. Got a pistol on him, draw the pistol on some other brother. The whole thing had to stop. Everybody evacuate. Then he passes by the brother and say, hey, man, I apologize for pulling this pistol. I didn't mean it's just something personal with me and him. That brother got a demon on him. He got a full-out demon on him. You understand? Go ahead. What's going on?
Now, it looks like it's a demon in the chat.
That's fine. That's why we did in the class.
A devil demon.
my favorite kind. They have a question or something?
Lie, sir. I was going to read the announcement, but that's a devil, so I ain't even going to pay the attention.
No sweat if you say so. All right. So it's going to you're going to encounter it. So you're going to encounter it at times, right? Let's keep going. I don't want to jump ahead. Keep reading.
Verse 16.
Mm-hmm.
And the man in whom the evil spirit was leapt on them.
Hold on. And the man in whom the evil spirit was
leapt on them. Leaped on them.
Uh-huh.
And overcame them.
Uh-huh.
And prevailed against them.
Mm-hmm.
So that they fled out of that house naked and wounded.
This is where they get the exorcist scene from. Remember that first exorcist, I don't know if you all remember seeing it, when she whooped the priest's ass, threw them through the window, and run them out the damn house. This is it. You get the point? That demon started to beat them because they don't have no power. They don't have no power from the Lord. They take power unto themselves. You understand? And got put to shame. Now, what you would see is just somebody talking to somebody, and then he or she just bug out and start whooping their ass. Straight up just bug out and start tearing them out the frame, and they can't do anything because they don't have power to do it. They don't have any power to do nothing about nothing. Come on.
Like, I mean, it was one class Officer Kazak was teaching, and there was a brother in there, and he knew he was Israel, but he wasn't. I don't think he was with anybody. He wasn't gathered with nobody. I could be wrong about it, but anyway, he said he was teaching the brother something, and he ended up getting into it with him, and the dude punched him in the face. And I just happened to mention, like you said earlier, like, we train professionals. You shouldn't do that at all.
Yeah, you should not do that at all. It's you get the calls all the time. Remember, again, another story is young and true, very young, probably just became an officer, and in fact, yeah. The order came down from Commander General Hyman, called me and told me the tapes have to have that disclaimer on it from now on. Because some sister called the school. She's been telling her husband about the school. He watching classes. He decides to go on the street and teach himself and get stabbed. So the general is like, you have to put that disclaimer on there because every fool is going to hear one breakdown and think he's Moses. And he's going to find out he's not. You get the point? So it's again, this is a profession, and you should not attempt to do something. I'm not going to go and try to be a window washer. I don't know nothing about setting the cable and the basket that they wash the windows in. I'm gonna fall off the damn building. There's professionals who do that thing. You got to respect people's profession. This is a profession that's ancient and old and only for the discipline. If you don't have the discipline to do it, you should just be a student until you can do it. You shouldn't go try to do it because the demon is going to overtake you. All right. So this is just one example of it, right? And that's what you would see here. Now give me another example. Give me Matthew 8. All right, let me know if anybody on there with questions too, all right? Come on. Go ahead.
It was one question. Question.
Oh, lie.
Yeah, it's about book of demonology. You see that?
What's the question?
Officer Albawadja Bangad asked question, Ottawa. The book of demonology by King James, is it official? I just heard about it.
Okay. It's not. If you're asking when I say it's official, I'm thinking if it's like a book we use to teach, if that's what you're saying. It's not a book we use to teach per se, but it would be good for you to know about the book. It's a book that King James actually wrote. It's his book, but it's not like how he wrote the Bible. He didn't write the Bible. He paid for it to be translated. It was translated under his authority. Let's put it like that. He wrote that book, I think, Demonology. And a lot of people who try to discredit King James, they call him a sodomite. You all heard that? They say how he was a sodomite. They say how he was into witchcraft with fairies and all that type of stuff. And they reference this book. And now I have never read the book, but I've heard two very credible sources reference the book, which is Tazariak and Dumgabar, who's in the UK. And they both said the same thing. In the book, he talks about a witch should be burned to death, like the Bible says. Like witchcraft is evil, familiar spirits, all that is evil. He talked about how a man should never be a fairy. You ever hear people describe effeminates like fairies? He talks about that. A man's masculinity should always be, preserved and should never be a sodomite and all that thing. So and that's in there, right? And now I've never read it personally, but you could look at it and check it out and bring the questions and ask it if you want to, or reach out to those brothers and see what they're saying more about the book. But I do know it's a book that he wrote. All right. Good to go,
sir.
No sweat. No sweat. Where we at? Matthew, hold on. I think there's 3 accounts. It's in Matthew, Mark, and Luke. Let me see if it's Mark 5 that I want. I think the one in Mark is what I probably would want to. Hold on. Yeah, give me Mark 5.
Where do you want me to start, sir?
Start at 1.
Kind. It's Mark 5 and 1. And they came up, Slakin, and they came over into the other side of the sea, into the country of Gardenes.
Mm-hmm.
And when he was out of the ship, immediately there met him out of the tombs a man with an unclean spirit.
Right. And this is, again, a man he has demons on him. And they met him in the tombs. What does that mean in the tombs?
Salakia, sir.
Go ahead.
Does it mean the graveyard or the cemetery?
The graveyard or the cemetery, right? The graveyard, the cemetery. That's probably the best place for it. I think anything else, you wouldn't have access to, which is what's called them things where they put the bodies above ground. It's like a building and they put them in mausoleum. That's it. Mausoleum. That's it. I always want to say Muslim, but I know I'm ignorant of shit, right? That people wouldn't have access to that, and the mausoleum is kind of posh, like you're going into a hotel down there. But the tombs is the graveyard or the cemetery where, like a regular cemetery is not kept on a regular basis all the time. Some cemeteries are very well kept. Other cemeteries, you gotta cut the grass to find the tombstone out, to find the plot. Mm-hmm. And imagine there's a man living there. And in Israel, the cemetery is what? Unclean place. And where is it usually?
On the outskirts of town.
Outside, far away, because it's unclean. You don't want, it's not like how the white man put his cemetery right next to the church today. And in the city block, there's a cemetery right there. Mm-hmm. Right? The cemetery would be far away, outside of the common area. Like really, the cemetery should be somewhere on 295, if you want to picture it in your mind. Somewhere 25 minutes out of DC, somewhere on 295, there's an exit off the highway, and that's the cemetery. So there's no way you're passing through it, you ain't walking through it. We have cemeteries everywhere. Some people have to walk through a cemetery to get to the other side, or else they have to pass all the way around. You get the point? It's not like that. So now this guy, he's living outside of Israel, in his lonesome, filled with evil spirits, filled with demons, and he's sleeping where dead people are. That's supposed to let you know already the frame of mind. You get the point? Where he's vexed now with a demon. The demon is all done took him over. That's where they get the whole concept of being possessed from. It done took full inventory of him. All right, go ahead.
Verse 3. Who had his dwelling among the tombs, and no man could bind him, no, not with chains.
Mm-hmm. And no man could bind him with chains. Meaning what? Like how you would try to imagine you arresting somebody. You have somebody in a cemetery, right? And I believe disturbing a grave is a charge down in any country. You can't go disturb a grave. You can't dig up and deface a grave, nothing like that. So you get caught in a cemetery, you got to explain yourself, or else you could get charged. So imagine he's in there and they probably try to subdue him, to grab him. But they couldn't even bind him up, not even with chains. They couldn't even do it because he would break them. He would break them. And to really understand this, to really appreciate it, you would damn near have to encounter somebody who is in this particular state, right? Growing up in the Caribbean, we would have what we call madmen. You say he a madman, and they would usually be what we call a vagrant, or somebody who's for America, you would say that person homeless, but it's a difference, right? It's a difference with the two areas. Like a homeless person here is somebody who can't afford to live. In the Caribbean islands and in Latin American countries, a homeless person usually is somebody who had a horrible interaction with drugs. And it's not that they can't afford to live, it's they can't live home no more. That's usually how it happens. You get the point? Because they done stealing everything. People put them out, and the drugs done take hold of them, and they're on the street. And they just yelling and raging all night because the demon done took them now. You get the point? It's not like somebody who can't afford to live. Like America makes poverty a crime. You understand? Other countries, it's somebody that person has a serious problem. Now, of course, being homeless long enough, you're gonna start to lose your goddamn mind. So you're gonna find some people with mental problems. But usually in America, there's people who go into work from a shelter. There's some people that sleep on the street. They find a gym somewhere, bathe, or some sink in a McDonald's and clean themselves up, like that Will Smith movie, right? That's more that homeless. But this thing here, so that person is not mad. They're just in an unfortunate situation. What I'm talking about is this: he's not there no more. He ain't there no more. He or she, they're not there no more. And I've seen that growing up, where this nigga that's mad. He insane. He's not there. Go ahead.
Like if I may, on my slavery, I see about 5 to 6, 7 of those every night. What you talking about? They mentally ill and they've been out there so long, they just all the way gone. Then and the second thing you said, I saw a devil who was homeless and he had all the excuses in the world. He said, I shower every day, all this, that, and the third. But I had talking to him, he was like, well, I was working a minimum wage job and it burns all of my energy. I said, poor you. My people was slaves for 400 years and we got to work 16-hour job. He made me mad. I went all the way.
You might want to tell him,
like you just lazy and you cow.
No, listen, listen, brother. I'll help you out. You have to encourage the employer, the slave. Like, why are you telling him he's lazy? You should tell him, listen, man, you need to go condition yourself. Because I have a job for you in the future that is going to burn. What you say, it burns his energy? Yeah, it's going to burn his soul. The job I got for him is going to burn his fingertips. It's going to burn his lips and his mouth. It's going to burn the roof above his tongue. You get it? When you got to let him know his future, you ain't help him out enough, Shafat. Right? But so you get the point. Like that's what this thing here is. This person sleeping in the graveyard, away from everybody else, unclean, and what's on them is causing them to do unhuman things, like break chains. You get the point? The closest thing you might see to that here is a nigga on PCP. That's what you're about to say, right? You done seen that before. Some nigga on PCP get good and wet, them cops come, put the cuffs on them. You get in a minute's head with that baton, that shit ain't doing nothing. Nothing. Punching through glass, running, get hit by a car, get up, running some more. That's that thing. That's more so like what I'm talking about. Back in the Caribbean, it would be somebody who's has had a drug problem and they just ain't there no more. They're just destroyed. They're gone. And that's an example of what's that thing there. Go ahead.
Sir. I was talking to this one homeless brother, and I don't know why I stopped and talked to him, but I talked to him and I talked to him for a minute, and he was like, the hardest thing about being on the street is that nobody sees you, like nobody wants to even talk to you or even look at you,
right?
And like that kind of like drives you kind of crazy because there's people you see people can talk to you, but they choose not to. You know what I'm saying? They go the other way, and that kind of would drive you crazy. Just like the brothers who's in prison, solitary confinement. They found that it was supposed to be like cruel and unusual punishment over a long period of time because
it'll do something to you. They did psychologists did studies with kids and babies. If you don't look at them, that's the only communication they have. Looking at your face, they could learn your expressions, learn your eyes. They ain't necessarily understanding everything that come out your mouth. Over time, they'll correlate the words with actions. That's how babies learn. But not looking at that child will drive that child crazy. It'll drive the child crazy. You'll see it even sometimes where the child now is not a baby anymore, but they're probably about 2 or 3, and they're tugging on the person's pants or dress, and they're like this, and the person might be talking or doing something else, and it might seem inconvenient to the adult, but that child needs that connection to feel valid. It's a validation. You get the point? And that's how human beings are. Go ahead.
It's like this. If I could, I read somewhere where it was like somewhere like in medieval, they did some tests.
Mhm.
They had two babies. One baby, they did everything normal and whatnot, but the other baby, they gave strict instructions not to talk to it, not to coddle it, but feed it, change it, whatever, keep it warm or whatever, but don't say nothing. That baby died within 6 months.
I heard about that too. I heard something about that same way. Like there's a certain amount of or a certain correlation with like a healthy environment and the communication and connection and feeling valid that affects you. That will affect you, and it will affect you psychologically. And anything starts to affect you psychologically affects the hormones and the chemicals in your body. That's how the Lord made you. The Lord made you. You're a machine. Like you drive a car, how the gas and the mixture, the gas and the oxygen ignite and fire, and like there's things going on in your body that keep you up, may bring you down, get you sick, get you healthy. You understand? So all of that is definitely there. And that for sure is where your demons play. Because now we'll get to another example. The demons also are controlled by medication. You understand? Which is why when you're a drug addict, which is a form of medicine that's abused, the demons take you over the same way. Or alcoholic. You get the point? It takes you over the same way. Where we at?
It's like we are at
5 and 4. Go ahead.
Yeah, Khan. It's Matthew 5 and 4. Because that he had been often bound with fetters and chains, and the chains had been plucked asunder by him, and the fetters broken in pieces, neither could any man tame him.
You understand? So now they done caught him and bound him up in chains, and he done broke it. And no man could tame him, whether they hold him down, whether they're checking him, chastising him, talking to him. Nobody could control this dude, get him under discipline. You understand? And that happens so much, and you see it. You're going to see it more on the streets now as this place gets tightened up. You're going to see all these same, bougie Uncle Tom Negroes who don't have no cushy job no more start to do crazy shit. Start to do all kind of shit because they can't feed the demon no more. The demon is uncomfortable now. Now the demon probably actually have to go do something. You understand? And of course, facing that demon in the White House is just going to stir up even more. This is just the time we're in. We're in a time where them horsemen done ran loose, and the Christian church ain't prepared nobody for what's coming and probably what's already here in some states. And the church and the mosque has not prepared us as a people for it, and we are going to lose our minds behind this shit. Going to lose our ever-living mind behind this thing here. All right, go ahead.
Verse 5. And always, day and night, he was in the mountains and in the tombs, crying and cutting himself with stones.
Right, which is why they try to subdue him. So he railing and crying, yelling. Like you don't see that too much here. But, back in the islands and in them Latin American countries, hearing some crazy man yelling is kind of normal. You might see it with somebody who drunk, like an old drunk, wino, and he does. But I'm talking about this nigga cussing and yelling all night, all day, raging, punching himself, taking up a stone, hitting himself, all day. Go ahead, I'm gonna come to you.
So I think we're probably gonna say the same thing, but there's two brothers in particular at camp that you just describing exactly who
I think I know one of who you're talking about. You taller brother,
kind of. And then there's another brother who just sits, Indian style, and then every once in a while he'll just start
yelling.
Going, yeah, kind of.
Yeah, it's definitely the tall brother. John Sharma know him from before he got on the streets. I remember at camp, John Sharma is like I remember he called me, said, "Mshak, I know that cat right there." He said, go give him a bottle of water. And I went and give it to him. And the brother would take it and he would just go on by and move. And every now and then he had the episodes. And it's like, that's what he explained to me. Like, you know, America is going to, you know, grind you up as fine as they could. And then come back for you and stomp you some more. You see, these brothers and sisters on the streets, like, it start off with being homeless, not being able to afford some shit. But then you just never be able to come back up. Whether it's drugs or whatever, you just never be able to come back up. Same thing in the island, same thing in Latin American countries. Where that drugs are, it don't tear you out the frame. And the church there is so Christian and so, you know, brainwash and what's the other word? Superstitious. Nobody has the skill or the will to want to, you know, deliver you from that mess. So you just keep getting worse and worse. You know what I mean? Go ahead, Shapai.
Slack, sir. Now, I'm about to say, just what you were saying, you're gonna see it more and more. Like those two brothers that you just mentioned, I see them on my slave too. You know what I mean? They you know.
Sometimes they're normal.
Yeah, you know what I do, but I ain't gonna say it on here, but like I see all of them and I see them on a regular basis to the point where on my slave, we know them when we see them.
Right.
You know,
yeah.
They go, what's the name? He'll be like,
yeah.
Man, they about to go crazy. Like literally, it's so many of them in this city. I know it's everywhere. You know what I mean? Because that's just
it's just a fact of for us.
In America.
Yeah, it's definitely for us as a people. You know what I mean? There's different degrees of it, but this particular one we're dealing with here can't be tamed, can't talk to him, breaking the chains and cutting himself with the stones, cutting himself up, which is what? Self-mutilation. Right? The psychologists have that as a form of depression, a form of trauma, right? A symptom of trauma. You went through some traumatic experience, you started, you know, cut yourself up. You get the point, you started to inflict pain on yourself. But now this year is far gone. Demons is far gone. That's like this dude, he cutting himself with stones. Sakari was yikes. He Pegasus. To get new name because hand. Pegasus. He a Greek mythological creature. Pegasus. I guess the broad name is Gandalf, huh? Go ahead.
Yeah, I think you had a good one too. I seen the picture. Yeah, Peggy Bundy.
I don't think nobody got it out. I think a few people got that shit. You know what I mean? Like that's a demon on you. That is a demon on you. That cat there, full of demons. He probably cried every night, or before this even come out. He probably would cry. If the brothers who was around him start talking, they probably say he'd distance himself and go somewhere else and cry or do some old weird shit because he done this harboring them demons out. Just harboring the shit and starts to now harm himself with the shit. Go ahead, let's keep going.
Verse 6.
Mm-hmm.
And when he saw Jesus afar off, he ran and worshipped him, and cried with a loud voice and said, What have I to do with thee, Jesus, thou Son of the Most High? I adjure thee by God that thou torment me not.
What is going on here? Like if you was witnessing this, what would you see? And I want you to get the whole context, right? Like this guy living in the tombs, he's out of it.
I would say he saw someone, the only one that can help him.
But what would you see? Just tell me, what would you see?
I would see a man going crazy and then seeing somebody and then like him having like a moment of clarity and then going up and begging for his help.
Okay, everything up to the last part. Anybody else? And that's why it's good to go over this topic too, so everybody could be clear on what's really going on. And then I'm gonna give you another story. That's why I'm telling you, brothers and sisters. You found the Israelite school at UPK. Do not let go. Do not let go. You're going to have hard days. This is not a bed of roses, and I ain't gonna lie to you and tell you this is Disneyland. You're gonna have hard days. You're gonna have tough days. But let go and see if you would pray for one of them tough days back again. Let go and see. You get the point? Do not let go. I'm going to give you a whole story. Right? And I have witnesses. General Katham is a witness. Captain Nathak is a witness. I believe General Mayak too. Right? Go ahead.
Like he was saying, he would have a moment of clarity and then get real defensive. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I'm a crackhead. Yeah, but what you gonna do? You know what I mean? Good example, if you ever seen Jungle Fever, the big brother was a crackhead.
Okay.
And he used to come and he knew he was a crackhead. Yeah, Gator was like, yeah, I'm a crackhead. He's out doing his little dance and everything, but little less with the drama with it. But basically, yeah, I know I'm crazy, you know what I'm saying? But
I'll say that's a little bit more on it, but it's a little different. Anybody else? For time's sake, I'm gonna give it if nobody else. Because you wanna try? That's probably much.
I was thinking maybe the man saw Christ and was like, what are you doing here? Like, can't you be somewhere else doing something
you
else?
want it now?
Yeah.
You all forgot what I told you in the beginning. That's the demon talking to Christ. That's not the man. He dropped the mic. That's more on it. Read it one more time because go ahead, sir.
It's like I think Trinidad may have.
Go ahead, Trinidad. Go ahead.
Yes, sir. I can say for me.
Go ahead, up. I can't hear you. Is he speaking or
they're fixing it now?
I was hearing you all the time just now.
Slocky, I think I heard this in the council before, but basically, like when you don't let a person be what they want to be, like be an alcoholic, be a drug addict or whatever, they start to resent you.
Okay, that's a little bit different than this thing here. Christ didn't go to him. You understand? It says he saw him and ran to him. You understand? That thing there's a little bit different. Go ahead, Trinidad, ready? Go ahead, let me hear.
Yeah, Council Salakia. Salakia say for me, I just joined the scenario basically like what you mentioned before. I just looking at the I.S.U.P.K come to like a camp setting, and what you will be seeing is like somebody come up to the camp and it's like they're begging the men that come to the camp, they're seen from a distance, like they're begging them like not to start to teach. Because by starting to teach, it will cast out the demon, right? So like
the demon. That's exactly what that is. And I'm gonna tell you straight up, we went to Philly. This got to be maybe 2009 or 10. This is when we're doing DC camp on Friday and going to Philly on Saturday. So we'll pull up with a camp van, and we pull up. And we pull up right there on what is that? 69th on Market? I don't think it's 69th on Market. Probably. Right by the train station where they teach at in Philly now. Same campsite. Brother, and the van pull up. And this sister, she homeless, but she's mad. She's out her wits. She's sitting right there. And she just get up and say, the prophets are here. The prophets are here. And just start yelling out. I told y'all they're here. They're here. Like if she was terrified, brother. And we watching that coming out, and General Katham come on. He's like, yeah, that's that demon. That demon recognized. Y'all load up. And brother, I'm in shock. I'm a young man still. So yeah, let's get this camp set up. Come on, bring this stuff out. Meet in Philly there. But she started, I'll never forget that shit. She started just yelling, they're here. They're here. I told y'all they was here. So I don't know who the hell she talking about. I told y'all. Probably talking about the other demons walking around. But brother, yeah, you can ask Captain Nath, I can ask General Katham about that shit. I can't remember who else. I think General Mayak was there at that time too, right? I think the camp was already going on. General Haas might remember too. But I remember she was homeless. She was sitting right there, and then she starts saying it, yelling it, like telling whoever right there on the spot. This brother saw Christ, ran to him. Read it again.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Verse 7. And cried with a loud voice. Salakia. Verse 6. But when he saw Jesus afar off, he ran and worshipped him, and cried with a loud voice, and said, What have I to do with thee, Jesus, thou Son of the Most High God? I adjure thee by God that thou torment me not.
What is the demon doing? This is not the man talking to Christ. Dog. This is the demon talking to Christ. What is the demon doing? Come on, whoever. Go ahead, Shabbat.
He begging not be cast out.
He begging for mercy. I adjure you by the Most High. That's the demon is saying, if you love the Lord, leave me alone. Let me be. Why are you here? What have you come to do with me? That's what the demon told Yahushua. Christ didn't go to him. He saw Christ and is like, let me go make peace now. Because Christ I know, Paul I know, but you peggers, we don't know y'all. We ain't know none of y'all. I don't know what the hell you dealing with. You get the point?
Okay.
This demon, he knew Yahushua. He saw him. You get the point?
Okay.
Keep going.
Verse 8. For he said unto him, Come out of the man, thou unclean spirit. And he asked him.
That's what he said unto him.
Yeah, concert.
Right? That's what I'm saying. He said unto him. Christ said unto him, Come out of this man, you unclean spirit. Who's Christ talking to?
The demon.
The demon. Get the point? He ain't talking to the man. He talking to that demon. Christ is starting to check the demon, tell the demon what the hell to do. Go ahead.
Verse 9. And he asked him, What is thy name?
And that's Christ talking, right? That's in red. He said, What is your name? Go ahead.
And he answered, saying, My name is Legion, for we are many.
Now you see why the chains is broken. Now you see why he cutting himself with these stones and being a whole wreck. Because it ain't just one act. Look up legion. Just type in what legion is by definition.
So Merriam-Webster's dictionary, the principal unit of the Roman army comprising of 3,000 to 6,000 foot soldiers with cavalry.
Read it one more time.
The principal unit.
Principal unit. Meaning this is a primary unit of the Roman military. Listen, the demons got rank. I just want you to understand that the demons are militant. You understand me? They're very militant. They have a mission to accomplish and they're going to do it. This is a military company living in this nigga. Go ahead.
The principal unit of the Roman army comprising 3,000 to 6,000 foot soldiers with cavalry.
With cavalry. Cavalry is what? Horsemen? They answer Christ in Admadiam Shabbat. We are legion, for we are many. Which is why you couldn't deal with him before. You understand? They couldn't deal with that thing. So now you have one scenario, some demon trying to do the work of the Lord, not being trained by the men of the Lord or giving the respect to who they should. Remember, even when Christ checked Paul on that horse and blinded him before he restored him and sent him on that mission, after that, Paul had to go report to Peter first before he started doing his work. Because Peter outranked him and he had to go check in. Paul had to go to Jerusalem first. You understand? You fake Israelites, the general done gave the order. You don't want to check in. So go ahead and play with the demons, man. Go ahead and play with the demons. And you're so carnal. And this is the proof that you're even abusing each other in these fake Israelite groups. You think you're going to come in here and brothers is going to abuse you. Brothers going to lord over you and call you all kind of names and kick you when you're down. You don't understand the brotherhood of the UPK.
Right.
You scared of real brotherhood. You'd rather stay in there and play in that little circus mess you all got, where you all sabotaging each other and you all like co-intel pro on each other. Y'all doing all kind of Cold War tactics and spies and all kind of shit and keeping secrets and holding this one while a man bending over for his woman to go inside. I know that girl, she's mentally scarred. I'm telling you straight up, she's not right in her head. She's not right in her head at all, dealing with that fool there. Like, you would prefer that thing. Go ahead and handle that. Handle them demons, brother. Handle them demons. We'll continue to teach about you. We'll continue to do it. The demon said, we are many. Go ahead, Shapat.
She was already an exotic dancer. So she was already, scarred in so many ways.
Who? Oh, the broad?
Yeah.
No. I know what the hell I found, and I thank the Lord. I couldn't imagine coming in through today with the internet and so much input and so much hearing, so much. I'd probably be so goddamn confused. I feel sorry for y'all. You know what I mean? I empathize with y'all, man. That's why I like to give you coming in through. I give you all the fighting chance you could get. I want to see you swing and beat them demons, boy. I'm gonna give you everything you need because I know I got it. But boy, I did not come in the truth being able hearing no other breakdowns are. Like, I remember looking at the camp and thinking an angel was talking to them behind the camp that I can't see, because they would read the Bible and break it down, and I'd be like, damn, this shit is so clear, and I couldn't understand how the hell they know this Bible. Like. So I could imagine today you just seeing men on the street teaching, and you think this is like, learning to change oil. You can just learn it on YouTube. All right, then. You buy the pagan kit. Amazon Prime, straight to your door, straight to your front door. Let's keep going.
Sorry, sir. It's a question online.
Let's go.
It's from Ira Banyamyam.
Mm-hmm.
Salaki, sir, if I may, how did the demon know the Lord?
Excellent question. How did the demon know the Lord? Because Christ is the King of the earth. Remember, in the beginning was the Word, and the Word was God, and the Word was with God. Christ was with the Most High from the very beginning. These demons know who Christ is. Christ had power from the Lord. He was with power. He was power, and he was with the power. They recognize that. Let me give you an example that you'll better be able to understand. It's a little bit unfortunate that we have this example. Street party going on in one of our communities, right? Some shit happen, altercation happen. 2 minutes later, the cops pull up. Everybody in the best behavior. That's that. Get the point? We understand a certain power that Esau has when he show up. Everybody straighten up for the most part, right? That's that. Young Jeezy pull it up in a song. White Ford Taurus pull up, everybody run. Ford Taurus leave, everybody come back. You get the point? Just now think like that. But now it's Yahweh Shai. You get the point? Salaki. It's Yahweh Shai. God damn. So don't worry about it. I done ate it all out. Salaki. Right? Think like that. That's what it is. That's that thing. Let me give you another example. You have brother have kids, live with kids. He out the house, he going to camp. The kids driving the woman crazy. That door unlocked 2 hours before they think you're coming home. And you come in there, they hear the bass in your voice. What does everybody do? What you used to do when daddy walk in the house or your uncle or something when you was young? You straighten the hell up. What y'all been doing? Oh, I was just about to sweep. I'm washing these dishes. Yeah. Oh, you came back. Hey, what's my favorite color? You start cupping please already because you recognize the authority that person has. It's very normal and natural if you could understand the dynamic in everyday life. You get the point? It's that thing. That demon now recognize. The demon ain't recognize mommy. It happens all the time with women. That's why they lose their mind with the kids. Because she's just not scary. She's not scary. She's built to attract you, not to, put fear into you. Brother, you come in, brother. Just your face, just your look. You bass in your voice. Everybody just get in order. It happens. You get the point? them demons recognized Christ. They had they knew who he was and they knew what he could do. They know he had the power to hurt them. They knew that thing and they yielded to him. Now, if the demons could recognize Christ, how in the fuck you gonna question the I.S.U.P.K? How are you not gonna say, well, why we had to join you? What the demon recognized Christ? You can't? No problem. I no sweat. Keep going.
Verse 10. And he besought him much that he would not send them away out of the country. Now there was
right, and this demon, and he said he besought him, right? Who is the he?
The demon.
So why is it a he when they're legion?
Because someone's in charge.
Somebody is in charge. Come on, because you give him, you're bringing it home. There's somebody in charge. There's order even where the demons are. They're legion, but they have a liege, which is the person in charge of the legion. You get the point?
Okay.
He's begging Christ not to send them out of this host. Why? Because they're having so much fun with this nigga. They having fun. He hurting. He's sleeping in the elements. He's sleeping out there in the elements. They don't even worry about it. That's the demon. The demon is like, stop this car, let me get the fuck out of here. You get the point? He's sleeping in the elements. He out there stabbing himself, hearing the person probably crying on the inside. That's a whole other aspect of it. It's like how Esau gets even more aggressive when you beg and you whimper. You get the point? Oh, it's okay. They do it with kids a whole lot. When the kid is crying, I'll be good. That always break my heart. That Elijah McCain one, the brother who has autism. And he said, I'll be a friend. And they're choking this brother. And he said, I'll be good. He telling them I'll be good, and they still destroy them, man. Because they're full of fucking demons, brother. And imagine that's in you, destroying you, and you pleading with this demon on the inside. And they having fun tormenting you and doing all kind of shit to you, and you're doing it to yourself physically, and somebody looking at you will be like, damn, the Christians will avoid you. You're like, this brother full of demons or this sister full of demons, and you wish you had the power to just get them out. That's why we pray for spiritual power. That's why we live the way we live. That's why our life is so much more of a no than a yes. We ain't open-minded. We ain't doing all that shit. You think some brother in here could end up like that fool? For what? Like, no, think about this. God damn. You have the license to have as many women as you can handle. As many women as the general give you permission to marry, brother. And that's not enough for you. You still need somebody to hurt you. And this is how sick it is. She's not getting no pleasure from it. So this is all about you. Brother, that's a strong demon in that fool. Strong demon in that idiot right there. And the rest of them. The rest of them, just full of demons. And everybody else, you know. P. Diddy, T.D. Jakes, Eddie Long, any preacher, USA, Caribbean, Latin America, any Christian preacher, any imam, full of demons are. Horrible demons. Go ahead.
Verse 11. Now there was there nigh unto the mountains a great herd of swine feeding, and all the devils besought him, saying, send us into the swine, that we may enter them.
Right? They took a vote on. One of them was begging Christ to not do nothing. The rest of them say, hey, send us over there. Right? There's some pigs over there. Right? And this is where the Christians or the Muslims, I think, use this as justification for the pig is unclean. This has nothing to do with why the pig is unclean. The pig is unclean to eat. You could have a pig as a pet. You could have a pig as a pet. They're excellent pets, brother. From what I hear, they're good at garden too. Here, if a pig grab one of your limbs, brother, you ain't getting that shit back. They bite your shit clean the hell off, right? And they eat up all the garbage. And I think in Europe, they used to use them to clean the damn streets. Like, oh, you have your street sweeper? But the pig would come through and eat up all the old banana peels and the, you know, refuse. They'll eat anything. They eat whatever. You just can't eat it. That's what makes it unclean. But it's not to say it's, you know, you can't touch a pig or you had to abuse a pig. Or if you see a pig, you had to kill it like the boogeyman. But they see this. And again, being superstitious and they themselves full of demons, they, you know, attribute shit that's not of God. They don't put an evil spirit or anything when that's not what this is about. Go ahead.
I used to listen to this one rap CD, one of the skits. The dude was explaining to get rid of a dead body. All you had to do was throw him in a trough full of pigs. He'd be gone in seconds.
They'll eat anything. Anything. Worse off is one of them wild boars. You done. You done. The bite will look when you're getting infected. Right? If you survive. Right? So they beg to go into the pigs. Go ahead.
Kind of one kind. Enter into the swine and the herd Slakia. Verse 13. And forthwith Jesus gave them leave. And
gave them leave. What does that sound like?
Another military term.
Another military term. You had to get leave from your post. You understand?
Kind of.
Like these UPKs in the full spirit of the Bible. The full spirit of the Bible. You understand? Like when you see what Commander YAHANNA does on the streets of America and all across the world, and you see his men out there teaching and doing stuff, and the shit is amazing, and you think you could go do it, go do it. Listen, now the brothers in the UK, that camp in the UK, they don't came up against that the Palestinian mob done came up against the damn camp, and the brothers done stood the camp down, stood the mob down, and told them everything about how bombs gonna drop on their mother. And Islam is idol worship. God is Islamophobic. The same weekend in Chicago, some fake Israelites on the street, Palestinians marching, whoop their ass. If you think I lie, you can look it up. Whoop their ass. Matthew, see if you could find it for me. I think it was Chicago, and I think it was them same pagan group. Them Palestinians made a beeline. Police was there, and brother, it's flagpoles on a nigger head. The same day, the same exact day. We are not the same, but we do have vacancies if you want to, if you want to get trained the right way. And I'm saying this in a way, of course, to embarrass you and belittle you, but it's to belittle that demon in you that you love so goddamn much. When you could know you wasted times, imagine how much years you wasted on paying tithes to this nigga, and he doing this shit with some broad somewhere. Imagine if you had put that effort in the right place, brother. Imagine what your reward would be today. In fact, I'm going to go one step further. You niggas and niggerettes in that Sakari group, it's your fault that nigga was ordering, plastic members to go in his ass. It's your fault because you supported him. You supported him. You gave him money. You saluted him. You didn't treat him like a publican. You treated him like a brother. You said he was your elder. He's the elder guerrilla Hebrew and this, that, the other. It's your fault he's shoving things in his ass. It's your fault. You supported that shit. Just like Esau would find somebody harboring a fugitive or somebody who, who's a terrorist. They said the whole family's fed him. You all fed that fool, man. You all fed him. You all knew things was wrong. And you did nothing about it. It's your fault. It's your fault. You fed his demons. When you could have just come in here, get rid of yours, and probably help save his life if it is you did care about him. Keep going.
There's a question online.
Come on. Quickly.
It's from Yaquah Big Jew Yahweh says, sir, with all grace, sir, aren't the demons angels sent to put these different vibes on us?
They're angels that work with Satan. The angels that work with Satan are not to put a vibe on you, but to fail you. To fail you. They're your adversary. You trying to You're trying to cross a bridge, somebody is not letting you pass, but you have to cross this bridge. That's that demon. You're going to have to battle this demon to get on the other side. This demon is your adversary. Let me give you a good example of it. And this is an allegory. This is a scenario that you might understand a little bit better. You might be a young man in a neighborhood, and you see this young girl, and you want to get with this young girl. You understand that if you get this girl, you have to take her for life. You don't necessarily want to take her for life, but you want to have fun. Who is your adversary in that scenario? Her father. Why this nigga don't like me? Because you're trying to fuck his daughter. And he talked to you a certain way, and he scrutinized you. Why? Because he's trying to fail you. Because he don't think you worth his daughter. In that scenario, he's your demon. He's bothering you. He's tormenting you. He's telling her every ounce of shit about you. Look at this little faggot you bring here, man. That's who you want? All right, shit. When he asks you to buy the peg and go in his ass, you know what I mean? That's that. This is somebody who wants to fail you and make sure you fail and make sure you always remember failure and will always be there to remind you of how much you're a failure and put depression on you and put, feelings on you. And before long, you'll be in a whole spin cycle. You'll be sitting down with brothers and sisters, and you'll start to have scenarios in your head about things going on around you that don't even exist. Because this demon is just there, just bothering you. It's bothering you. That the brother in the tomb, you know how he ended up in the tomb? Because Legion is telling him nobody don't like him. And you better just go off and be by yourself. Go off and be by yourself. And they can't convince him enough to commit suicide, so they convince him enough to harm himself near to it. So cutting himself up. Cutting himself up and beating himself and yelling and crying, and he can't sleep because the demons is on him. So now he's tired and weary, and the voices in his head so loud, or her head is so loud they can't even hear. You ever see sometimes crazy people that walk into the street? Sometimes they ain't even hearing shit going on. They ain't hearing nothing going on because of the noise that's in here. Now, take that and put that in every one of these fake groups everywhere. And this is not to say you're going to come in here and be rid of the demons. You're going to come in here and you're going to realize you're at war. So now you're equipped to fight back. That's the difference. It's not like you're coming in here and, you automatically free as you walk in the doors. Now, for the first time in your life, you realize you have been in a fight and you've been getting your ass whooped. Before you come in the truth, you weary, you tired, but your preacher tells you that's life. And you got to work hard and this and that, which you do have to work hard. But you didn't know there was a legion whooping your ass for fun. And then you come in here and you straighten up and you lift your head up and you start talking and you start changing how you look, how you talk. And brother, you start fighting back. The worst thing is to not know you're in a war. You're taking punches, you're taking blows, but you don't even know this is war. You think this is life until somebody say, young man, you're in a war. Start fighting. And you engage now. Now you fighting. You might still get a hit, but it ain't like before. Now you swinging back. Now you bobbing and weaving. Now you're moving to suit because you're aware of the fight. And before long, they start leaving you alone because they can't hit you no more. No, a stronger demon come. That's the fucked up part. You think you out the woods. Yeah, I beat that demon. Now you're on the ground. What the fuck just happened? Yeah, nigga. You thought you was free now, huh? You better get up and fight. That's the difference with us and them. We're in a fight. We're in a war constantly, every day, every night, non-stop. You in the world, you just getting your ass whooped and you don't know why. You don't know your head from your ass. Go ahead.
Larry, so heavy what you're saying. The two things about me. you said they don't hear anything. You know, I see mentally ill people that I know all around the city constantly just walk in the middle of the street. And it's like you don't see the fire truck coming.
You see it. You see that shit out.
Oh,
brother, it happens, Zach. You ever zoned out at a traffic light? Why? Nobody in the car, right? Nobody talking to you. How the fuck you ain't see the light turn green?
Because you basically having a conversation with yourself.
You somewhere else. You somewhere else until you get snapped out because the nigga in the back, motherfucker, move! And you want to get angry, but then you realize you wasn't even in the car.
Right.
So you want to turn around and say, shut the damn, where the fuck was I? You done took a vacation thinking about that thing, God knows what. Go ahead.
It's like if I may, you know, Christ gave us that ammunition. You talking about, you know, you be around people in a circle and you done made this scenario and this scenario that's not even going on. And that's why the Christ said, you know, if you got a offense with somebody, you take them and them alone. You most likely gonna find out that was all in your head. They ain't even mean to do that.
It's the process. It's the process of exercising. It's the process of exercising the demon. Is like the movie Exorcist, right? Exorcist, whatever you always say. God damn, Exorcist, Exorcist. God damn it, shit. Something else I said one time because a card laughed me to scorn. I forget what the fuck it was. I'll never forgive you niggas for that shit. Oh, what the fuck it was, bro? I'm gonna try to remember it. We sit down here talking sometime, and I say something. They say what? I keep saying it. I said, oh, you mean, oh, bro, what the fuck it was? I was like, so what the fuck I say? Go ahead.
It's like you've been saying exhausted like all night.
Oh, y'all wanted to say something to me about it? Y'all wanted to say something to me about it? I thought so. Shit. I'm joking. Y'all catch up, I ain't changing shit for nothing. Y'all figure that shit out. You get the point?
My precept whenever you ready.
No sweat. Let me get through this thing here. What the fuck I was saying? Where we was at? Let's keep reading, right? Real quick, because I want to get you one in your pocket before time is up.
Sluggy, can you
take it from him? Please,
we was going and he be verse
12. Give me 12.
Verse 12. And all the devils besought him, saying, send us into the swine, that we may enter into them. And forthwith Jesus gave them leave.
What you got there?
That's the them getting their ass whooped, like it.
Oh, play the video.
Count on count.
This is in Chicago. It's like an overhead view, like a drone.
Count on count.
Chicago? I'm not sure. Hold on, let me see what I can do. Can you pull it back? Hold on, 9:19. Give me about 15 more minutes. We done. Go ahead. Let me see if I could see it. Yeah, that's the one fella. Then they're going flagpole to header. And if I'm not mistaken, I think this is them same Peggy group. That's the same group of Peggers. Meanwhile, in the UK, brother, they got told the God is a stone and the God of the Jews is Islamophobic. They got told that they just as much as the devil himself. They got told they're cowards because they're not attacking the Jewish man. They want to attack black people. Meanwhile, these group of peggers getting flagpole to chin. Nigga hitting you on your head with a whole flagpole. Assalamu alaikum. Malaikum salam. Bismillah Rahim. Eid al-Fitr, whatever, Mubarak. You getting beat in your head because you don't understand, warfare, and you don't have no power. You don't have no power. The Israelite School of UPK is the home of the truth. You best believe that, brother.
Right.
This is what the Lord set up, and Commander General Yohanan is the man the Lord put in charge. You listen to him, you're going to be fine. Right. You listen to these fools, brother, you're going to be made an example for everybody. Let's keep going, all right?
Okay.
Where we at?
Okay.
13?
Verse 13.
Go ahead.
And the unclean spirits went out and entered into the swine, and the herd ran violently down a steep place into the sea. They were about 2,000 and were choked in the sea.
Come on.
Right here is heavy because the legion left the man and went into a herd of swine, about 2,000 swine. So it was a whole ton of demons that was in the swine, but it was only in one man.
It's rough.
And he was strong enough to not kill himself, but he went through hell.
Well, listen, they was trying with him out. They was trying to destroy him, but they didn't get to destroy him. But he was in hell. He was in so much hell, he probably thought about destroying himself. And there's like, listen, I beg you in the name of the Lord, do not torment us. Just leave us be. Why are you here? Like the sister saying, what are you doing here? Like the brother said, why are you all here to teach? What's the problem? We don't want you here. Because now you don't get to have that fun with this person no more. Now something has to change. You understand? And they went into the pigs, and the pigs ran off a cliff arc and destroyed all of them, destroyed themselves. All right, go ahead.
Okay. Verse 14. And they that fled, fed the swine fled and told it in the city and in the country. And they went out to see what it was that was done. And they came to Jesus and see him that was possessed with the devil and had the legion sitting and clothed and in his right mind. And they were afraid.
Now, they wasn't scared of him before. Ain't that like the Christian church? Ain't that about a bitch? That's the Christian church and the mosque right there. They'll be in the midst of somebody who they ain't all the way right and launching out, going crazy, but they ain't scared. Oh, that's just, that's just sister so-and-so. She ain't too right. But they come into the UPK and stop getting high and stop being, a thief and, somebody of low integrity and straighten up, and you become a sister and you saying la to everything. And a brother, you standing strong, and they hate you for it. Because now you clean. What does that mean? Come on. Impress me now. Come on.
That they hate Christ too.
That's true. Something else.
That their demon hates you.
Say again?
That their demon hates you. You scared.
They got demons in them too. Because they was comfortable around the other demons. Somebody was strong enough, and the other demon was more powerful than theirs. Somebody strong enough to get rid of that demon, them niggas uncomfortable. They're afraid now. Somebody tell them, yo, them pigs ran into the sea. They come and they see the man in the tombs. Hey, how y'all doing? Y'all okay? Y'all fine? And he fully clothed. He ain't yelling and screaming no more. Sitting down cool. Healed. They get afraid. Just like the demons, Legion got afraid when it saw Christ. You understand?
Okay.
You get it?
Okay.
When you see people hate what we do, it's the demons that's in them. When you hear people speak evil of the schools, speak evil of Commander and all the generals, it's the demon that's in them that don't want to be disturbed. It's rough because it's only more power from here. I don't know where you're going to run to. Yeah, I mean, from tomorrow, we're going to be bigger and more powerful and more strong. We're going to have more spiritual power. the next day, and eventually we'll just be everywhere. So goddamn. You understand? This whole thing here is the demon just wants that thing. Now let me give you another part. Give me these last two, and then we're done. All right. Give me that video, Bakwash, that Mathia sent. Let me know when it's lined up. Go ahead.
Precept.
Come on, let me hear you quickly.
Come across the book of Matthew.
So what? Hold on 1 second.
Book of Matthew, chapter 12, verse 43. When the unclean spirit is gone out of a man, he walketh through the dry places seeking rest and findeth none.
Say it one more time. So what? Tell them where you at.
The book of Matthew, chapter 12, verse 43. When the unclean spirit is gone out of a man, he walketh through the dry places seeking rest and findeth none.
Right? When the unclean spirit is gone out of a man, he walketh through the dry places and findeth none. Who's the he there that walketh through the dry places?
The demon.
The demon, the unclean spirit, not the man, which is why Legion said, do not torment us, because you're sending us out where it's dry. Get the point? You're sending us out where it's not like green grass and pastures and a forested area where we could be in the cool or the canopy and fruits and stuff to eat. You're sending us out into the desert, nigga. Don't do that. I'm begging you on behalf of the Lord, do not torment us. But when the demon is cast out, they're wandering without somebody to trouble. They don't have no place to play. They don't have no place, somebody to just destroy. And that's bad. Go ahead.
Slack if I may.
Come on.
They got rank too. They got answers somebody too. They not bringing that sword back wet.
Oh, brother, you know they're getting checked.
Sir.
They like you said, they got the answer. If they had to get leave and shit, they say, what's wrong with you? You couldn't handle that little nigga there. The nigga is a weed head. You can handle him? That sister shit. She done been molested by that uncle. How the hell you let her beat you? Shit, you better go work for the other side. Hey yo, he can't handle shit. Listen, I have a turtle over there. You go handle the turtle. Go fill up the turtle. Yeah, that angel, he ain't taking that shit. And that's in the Bible. Go ahead, Oz.
Come. Verse 43. It's like verse 44. Then he said, I will return into my house from whence I came out.
That's why he's saying it, because all this is going on. Just like if you fail at something, he wants you to fail at something so that you could get ridiculed and you could be looked at as a failure. You beat him, now he gets looked at as a failure. He gets bound up when he had you bound up. He get mad. He said, nah, I'm going back for that house. What you think you is coming into the UPK and cleaning yourself up? Or you ain't Christian no more? What, you can't celebrate Christmas? Well, all that pork you was eating. Look, nigga, you stop playing, man. Stop playing. I'm coming back for that house. Go ahead. And the house is you. Go ahead.
Oh, gosh. And when he is come, he findeth it empty, swept, and garnished.
And when he comes back to you, you no longer weak him once again. Why? Because you know you're in a war now, so you fighting. No, this ain't that easy. You just can't. You didn't just not letting him in to do whatever. The house done cleaned up. Ain't that whatever is clutter in the place for him to thrive in. No, this is an environment he can't thrive in. Go ahead.
Then goeth he and taketh with him 7 other spirits, more wicked than himself.
Then he go get 7 niggas who's stronger than him. 1 nigga bring 2 niggas. And 2 niggas bring more. He go get 7 demons to roll on you out. Which is why you need this brotherhood. Which is why the original man was in the cemetery by himself with Legion. You understand?
Okay.
He go get help. You better come get help. You better come get help. Come get counsel. Come and say what's going on. Come and say what's in your head. Come and say what's going on with you. So now we could look together and we could jump them motherfuckers out. We could just jump them and stomp them out. You're going to be victorious with this shit. And before long, we'll have a whole nation. And this is the other thing. The demon makes you so focused on you. It put blinders on you. You don't see everybody else is battling damn near the same thing. Everybody else is going through it. Everybody else is rough and tough. What will happen if we all wake up and realize we in this war, the same war you and I'm in? Oh, brother, now we could look up. Now we could get busy with it. You understand? So what? Any more on it?
Come, sir.
Go ahead.
And they enter and dwell there, and the last state of that man is worse than the first.
That's Sakari. That's Sakari. He went from admiring the UPK to talking shit about one of the founding fathers of the UPK. One of the priests of the Lord who just got old. Like what happens to every man. You get old after a while and that's it. He's no longer, able to carry on. You talk so much shit, you done took on more demons. You thought you cleaned yourself up, getting up under that rapist, Tahar, that child rapist. You thought you done cleaned yourself up. More demons done took hold of you. More demons. He reminded me, listen, that I saw a video of that nature boy. Remember that nature boy who said he would have sex with his woman in front of the kids and the kids would hold his rod and shit like that? Somebody go check on Sakari's kids out. Because if that's what he's doing, somebody needs to go check on them kids. And say it straight up and down. Somebody give them a call, check on the whole thing. You know what I mean? See what's going on there. See what's going on right then and there. And tell it straight up. Imagine Yohanna said it years ago in DC. If you could see in the spirit what's going on in these houses at night, you will be horrified. It will be the worst horror story you could ever see. The stuff children is facing in a house. You would be horrified. You'd be mortified. Somebody better go check on them. Ain't nobody talking about them kids, though. Nobody talking about, the pagan and the woman. But what about them children? What's going on with them? Imagine that. Usually the children know. They know something ain't right. Usually they know. It's rough. It's rough. I don't know if we have time for the last one. I'm going to skip. I'm going to mention, you know what? Let's get it real quick. Give me Tobit. Oh, Slaki, you had a video? Okay. Let me get that video. All right. All right. So what you see in here is let me let it play. Once it's finished, let me know. Okay. You could make it a little bigger. Start it from the beginning, all right? I'll make it bigger on the screen.
Every time you smoke, there's a toxic mix of over 7,000 chemicals coming for you. That's the real cost.
Now, imagine what would possess the white man to make a commercial like that, where it's demons coming into you. The whole thing like a horror movie. I thought that was Lord of the Rings with the mud monsters. That was not Gandalf, the other one. Make them mud monsters, them trolls that come up out of the damn earth. Them old ugly trolls. That's what they look like. And they all ran all the way into him. And they're in him now. They're in him now, and every time he go get high or smoke or whatever, is more coming in. Or more coming in. Same thing with the alcohol. More and more. The oppressor knows that. Well, not all of them, but of course some of them do. Because there is a perfect example of that demon that you're introducing into you. And he says it's a mixture of all these chemicals and stuff because it's altering how you are. You get the point? It's altering how you are. Even they used to call alcohol what? Spirits. You remember that? I don't know if you're old enough for that. They used to call it spirits because it alters your spirit. Go ahead.
Like they borderline still do. They call it the wine and spirits store.
Wine and spirits, because it's strong drink, right? That's an example of it. If you would see in the dimension, that's what you would see. That smoking is trying to kill you. It's you're coughing when you're smoking. You get the point? It's trying to kill you. It's trying to destroy you. For time's sake, I might just have to paraphrase, right? Did you find? Yeah, I'm gonna paraphrase because I don't want to go too long. The last one would be in the Apocrypha with Tobit, right? You probably had to read the first few chapters with Tobit. Tobit had the right to his first cousin, I believe. No, Tobias or Tobit? Tobias. Tobit was his father, right? Okay. Tobias had the right to marry his first cousin. That sister was vexed with a demon. Get that part for me in the Apocrypha, all right?
The book of Tobit, chapter 3, verse 7. It came to pass the same day that in I.S.U.P.K, the city of Medea, Sarah, the daughter of Regale, Regale was also reproached by her father's maids because that she had been married to 7 husbands, whom Asmodeus, the evil spirit, had killed before they had lain with her.
Go ahead.
Dost thou not know, said they, that thou hast strangled thine husbands. Thou hast already had, thou hast had already 7 husbands. Neither wast thou named after any of them.
Right? And these sisters is mocking this daughter here, mocking her to scorn, because she had a demon that loved her so much. The demon on her, his name was Asmodeus, right? That was his name. Asmodeus is his name. And he loved this woman so much, he would not let any man be with her. He would not let any man have her, which is why I say sometimes when you arguing with Eve, you're not arguing with Eve. You arguing with that nigga who wants her. You understand what I'm saying? That's who you're really arguing with. This year, Asmodeus loved this woman. He loved her like her husband. And he would not let any man have her. Any man got close, she would hurt that man. So what would happen is she would be betrothed to her brother, get permission to marry him. She would kill him in the bedchamber. She would strangle him, and they wake up and he dead and she crying. That's why the chambermaid said, you strangle them all. But it's Asmodeus. It said it right here. What does it say? Asmodeus, the evil spirit, had killed. It's really him doing it. You get it? You understand what I'm saying? It's really him doing it. So when you hear all this, you can't handle me, I need somebody else, and I'm something. She got demons out. She got demons. You get the point? She wouldn't be had by any man, but will have every man. You understand? There's a demon there that doesn't come out just easily. And this sister had this demon, and the chambermaids was ridiculing her to scorn. You know how Eve could be. Your sisters, goddamn. Listen, they ain't gonna take a city, but that mouth, the Lord bless them to say some shit to cut your spirit out. You understand? And they done, ridicule her to scorn, brother, all the way to shame. And Tobias had to come in there with instructions from the angel who the Lord sent. I think it was Raphael or Raphael, sent and told him what to do. And he had to go get this particular fish, and he had to cut the fish open and get the gall from the fish and put it on the incense and burn it around her. And that's how the demon left. You understand? So now this is the other part of it, where sometimes you get counsel or you get instructions. Don't forsake the physician, because sometimes you just have to go and get, help. You got to get science to help you, which is what Tobias did with the fish, right? They sell what cod liver oil today. They sell fish oil today, omega-3 oil that comes from the fish the same way. It's just the medicine was inhaled instead of being taken as a solid or a liquid. You understand? So of course the UPK is not opposed to none of that, but in here is where we help and cast out demons and help straighten lives up and deliver people from a life of hell and ridiculousness that, you know, the church and the mosque would already just let run rampant. And you've seen it going on with them in the world now. It's just absolutely ridiculous. And it's something that without faith in the Lord, you would look at what we do as evil when we are delivering you from Satan himself, damn it. We delivering you from that thing. So you could go ahead and read this whole thing here. You'll get more of it and see what happened with Tobias and them, right? Even with Christ and the disciples, where he says some come out when the disciples ask him, why couldn't they cast out this demon? And he told them, you know, this kind come out with prayer and fasting. It's like they wasn't ready to fight that battle because they themselves had the demon. They get the point. They themselves had demons. They had to control their demons first to deal with that one. You understand? But demons is a very real thing. It's around and you can fight it. But if you're in some fake Israelite group, you're not even going to know you're troubled. You're going to think them feelings is of the Lord. You're going to think you're holy and right and the marriage bed is undefiled. That's what you're going to think. And have your woman doing all kind of things to you. Like, so what do you tell her? Stop? You tell her go more? Hey, go deeper. God damn, man. What's the safe food? Pineapples? It's the safe food pineapples. That's what I want to know. Like, that's absolutely ridiculous. And that's just one example. Like, there's so many others. You know what I mean? The point is, just get in the UPK. Get in class so you could be strengthened. The Bible says iron sharpen iron, man. Iron sharpen iron. Nothing that raised the countenance of a brother than being around his brother or sister. You get the point? You understand? Anything else? We good to go?
There's a question online.
Real quick.
Our watcher says, in the fourth dimension, what would these demons be made of as far as their skin or flesh?
Okay, think just the same description as angels. Angels that do the work of the Lord. It's just an angel that he's working for Satan. He's in Satan's department. Just like how you would have brothers who have departments in school. And he might have a second or he might have a few brothers working this department with him. Just think like that. There's angels who working in this department with Satan. And some departments is to make sure you stay high. Another department is to make sure you follow Christianity or follow Islam or, be a thief or be a whore or, be an adulterer or murder your babies. You get the point? All of them, they have a department they're working in. That's what you want to look at. This is a branch of their military that this is what they do. That if you want to think of it like that. You understand? That's what you will see. Don't think so much of what they look like, and what they look like is irrelevant. That shit is irrelevant. What you want to look at is the effect it have on you. The effect it has on you. That's what you want to look at. And a good example of that is you have one brother. He can drink. He could get a little tipsy, and he's like, "Hey, somebody call me an Uber," or take my keys. You could drop me home, and I don't have too much to drink. There's another brother. He cannot drink because he'll go all the way far. Forget what the bottle look like. It's the effect it has on you. You understand? So don't be caught up in that. Just understand the angels just work for Satan. They work in his department. All right. Good to go. Is
come the water, sir.
No sweat. Not you didn't make it in? No sweat. I'm hold on.
Hold on. Who is it? No,
No sweat. No, he definitely told me he might come through late, if anything. All right. And that's it. With that, pass the class over to Priest and Officer Shapat.
I.S.U.P.K security announcements with the I.S.U.P.K out of 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York. I'm Commander Junior Hahn. Rules for new brothers and sisters. New brother and sister coming to school, they're off limits for 6 months. They had to be saluted only. They had to share themselves with the world. After 6 months, if a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to another brother or sister. There's another 6 months in which the brother and sister accord each other. After that 6 month period, the brother and sister get permission from the head to marry, which is a commandment. You find this in the book of Numbers, chapter 18, verse 21. The book of Malachi, chapter 3, verse 8 through 10. Means 10th in Hebrew and it's pronounced ma'asher. 10% of any penny of any, 10% of any, 10% of every penny of any increase the Lord gives, we get to the treasury department or teacher. Priest fund. Free will offering for priests not mandatory. What sort of amount should we like to give? Upcoming Holy Convocation. The Lord's 56th annual Passover, April the 12th in Atlanta, Georgia. It's a week-long worth of events. From the start of the Lamb on Wednesday the 9th, all the way to the Feast of Unleavened Bread on the 13th on Sunday. You know what I'm saying? But the Passover is on April 12th, Saturday. You know what I'm saying? Week-long worth of events. It's $200 for all adults 17 and up. You know what I'm saying? Make sure you get your Passover fee in there early. Make sure you book all your hotels. Right, it's in about three weeks. We right here now. Basically here. Make sure you get them hotels booked. You know what I'm saying? And get your travel arrangements together. If you have any trouble at all, make sure you get in touch with the camp leader in your city. You know what I'm saying? If you have to, let somebody know. You can get there. It's an absolute commandment. You got to go to the Passover. You know what I'm saying? Like, so did you have anything you want to add? Welcome to check on social media, such as ISUPK.com, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and so on for I.S.U.P.K events and materials. If a brother wants to be a troop in the school, you should start wearing all black, which includes black boots, black shirts, black pants, black hairband, and scarf. And with that, I say I-MIGU, which means to stand, since he may remain seated. We'll give a courtesy salute to the teacher. We'll give a courtesy salute to the sister, Minister Imam Shabbat. Barak. Yahya Matar, Clancy Smith.
Welcome to Atlanta. Price is Officer 5,000, Jeremiah, the camp leader of Atlanta. Passover 2025, starting April the 9th, we got the lamb slaughter. April the 10th, we got General Muhammad's class. April the 11th, we got the black party that's gonna have the Hebrew graduation. April the 12th, in Atlanta, Georgia, the 56th annual Passover, the only Passover under Commander Junior YAHANNA.
Our great and holy King has honored us for turning our lives from the darkness to the light, man. There's no greater gift you can receive than to wake up to the truth and then commit your life to saving your brothers, man. Looking in their eyes and seeing their faces and seeing what they've suffered and what they've gone through and seeing the end of it, man. It is a guaranteed seat in the kingdom of heaven, man. So in the name of our King Yahushua, we dedicate us another Passover of brothers and sisters' lives being saved.
April the 13th, we got the Feast of Unleavened Bread.
Shalom.
Friday. You already know it's April the 11th in Atlanta, Georgia, at the infamous classic Atrium. I.S.U.P.K presents the All Black Party with live performances by
Never see another
King
nigga like
Ty.
this. Used to have that white bitch popping on the night.
144. Nakawan.
Niggas snitching in the act like bitches. That's why we undefeated.
Sean.
If I'm more, right, that's good business.
Natazar.
We in the game, coach. Fuck you talking, hey.
Special guest from China Monet and Georgia's own Pastor Troy. 8 p.m. to 2 a.m. You already know ISUPK.com. Shalom.
Shalom. This year for the 56th annual Passover, Commanding Junior YAHANNA will be offering babysitting services for free for anyone that pays their $200 Passover fee. For paid babysitting and registration for babysitting, please contact Officer Yardan at 773-970-4343. Shalom.
Man, your boy Pastor Troy going all the way up with you, man. You already know. Friday, April 11th at the Atrium. Yeah, man. Doors open at 8 p.m. You already know we're going from 8 p.m. to 2 a.m., man. You already know it's going all the way down. Your boy Pastor Troy, DJ Jelly performing live. And then we getting out there, man, Saturday, yeah, April 12th. It's going all the way down for the Passover. Yeah, man, you already know. At the Marriott Marquis downtown. Yeah, man, we're going from 5 p.m. to midnight. You already know. Hosted by Commander General YAHANNA. Your boy Pastor Troy going to be in the building, man. Y'all boys holler.
Hey, strong young star. What's going on, Bruce?
Hey, some style. What's going on? I don't want.
Everything toward.
What's wrong?
But that Passover demon is something else, huh?
How you say that?
You'll see. I go knock on right there.
Oh shit.
Hey, Shalom, stop.
Hey, Shalom, stop. What's going on? I don't want.
Y'all just paid y'all Passover fee?
Nah, I pay mine in a couple weeks. About 2-3 weeks.
I paid half of it, man.
Half of it.
Con.
2-3 weeks, huh?
Ouch!
Knowledge. I know you ain't trying to teach class and you ain't pay your Passover fee.
I can't teach class out of one?
That's on you. Lord be with y'all. Lord be with you.
Let's get it. All right.
Ooh-wee.
Lil Joe don't do nothing.
All right. You know what? I'm tired of betting these dollars. Nigga back 10.
Nigga back.
Nigga back.
Nigga back.
Nigga back 20.
Nigga back.
Oh, yeah, watch. It's gonna hit. Oh.
No, y'all niggas ain't in there shooting dice. Y'all ain't pay y'all Passover fee.
Con, sir.
Lord be with y'all.
Con.
That's on you. Lord be with you.
Get your money up. Ooh-wee. I got them new J's for the all-black party. Hey, come check them out. Watch it. Look. Oh, shit.
I know you ain't about to bring new J's and you ain't pay your Passover fee.
Con, sir.
That's on you, Op. Lord be with you.
Con.
Lord be with you.
Oh, man. Man, this Passover demon been crazy this year, man.
Con, sir.
Bruh, Osanaga been everywhere.
Man, the nigga was in my house.
Wow. Hey, let's just go on and pay this Passover fee right now.
Come on.
I'm about to pay mine now.
Yeah, me too. I know y'all ain't about to pay the Passover fee and y'all ain't pay the Passover fee.
Oh,
What y'all waiting on now? I'll take care of it right now, sir. That's on you.
Come.
Lord be with you.
I don't want to come, sir.
Lord be with you.
Hey, I don't give a lovely fuck about what them bitches gotta say. I'm a woman with a nigga till they put me in the grave. I don't give a lovely fuck about what them niggas gotta say. I'm a woman with a nigga till they put me in the grave. I don't care about what they say. Hey. Fuck with my Akima, fuck with my sister, then I got a problem, I'm never gonna miss you. I got 100 hanging out the AR, I got a 50 hanging out the pistol. He said
Hey, listen, brothers and sisters, man. If you like what you hear, hit the subscribe button, man. Subscribe to this channel. And also, please, go to ISUPK.com and pay your tithe. Drop me some cash so we can move around this planet like we need to, man, and do the things we need to do.
They're one West.